Good morning, nation. How's everybody doing out there today? We got Monday, November 22nd, man. The week of Thanksgiving coming off a loss against the Bengals. It was a tough loss. Although uh, although we did lose, I was trying to be a little optimistic about it, and I'm trying to think of a different way to approach this. And maybe this is just the beginning of something new. Uh, maybe at this point, it's just a blessing in disguise, right? Losing Gruden, just thinking about it and try to think about an optimistic way this morning is we lost Gruden. Okay, he was on a 10-year contract. He was on a 10-year contract. Jose in the building. Was good with you, Jose. Andrew, how you doing, brother? Big boss Raid. Let's go, Raid. Yes, sir, brother. I see you in the building. I see you in the building, big boss. Jesse, I see you, brother. Yes, sir, with the squad. And yeah, bro, it's a tough week, but let's get into it. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? Let's be a little optimistic. Freddie with the quick question. He says, "What's up? You think Raiders will start Marcus over a Carr this year?" I don't think so. I don't think Mariota starts this week. I'm not saying I don't want to see him out there. I'm not saying Carr is the answer, but I'm saying I just don't see them starting Mariota with everything that's gone on, especially Rich Bisaccia. I don't see him making that decision. Time to clean house. Most definitely, it's time to clean house. Rock and steady in the building. Jose said it's time to clean house. I think it's time to clean house. Anthony, Gruden would have done better than that. Yeah, Gruden would have done better, but really where I'm coming from, and I'll explain a little bit. SoCal Nation was goody. Oh, that helmet is fire. That helmet's fire. Who is that? Is that Romanowski? Is that Romanowski signature? Shout out SoCal Nation. What's good with it, Pro? LMN Pro always coming through in the chat with some straight facts. Hey Ray, what's new? Be out. Nothing new right now, brother. But I'm gonna explain my little theory here in a little bit. Ricky Uwe, he says, "Do we still have DJs? I didn't see him at all. Yeah, we do. And it's weird how he's not getting involved into the game plan a lot more. So that's kind of interesting to me. Changed my shit from okay, Jizzy. Okay, yeah. Aria in the buildings. What's up, Ray? My fellow vegan. Why you say fellow vegan? Am I a vegan? Do y'all think I'm a vegan? I'm not no vegan, bruh. I'm not a vegan. I used to be vegan. I was vegan. I want to say I was vegan in 2017. 2017, I was vegan for about a year. Just wanted to see how it was. I was really into health and working out back then, though. So, what's up, family? We here. Yes, sir, Jorge. I see you in the building. Jody in the building. That French Bulldog is fire. Top of the morning, Raid. What's good with you? That French Bulldog is fire. Raid was good. Crenshaw and Slauson in the building, man. All money in, brother. All money in. Oh, my dog. Right in. My dog over here tripping for some reason. What the hell going on? What's up with it? Not a goofy. What's up with you? I get Queen Raider Red. Good morning, Queen. How you doing this morning? Desert Raider, EJ. All right, let's get into the conversation now. What's Clean the House going to do? Nothing. You feel me? Let's get into it. So I kind of was just thinking about it. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise because when Gruden was here, he was on a 10-year contract. Do we know without a doubt that Gruden was going to get it done within 10 years? We don't know that. We were kind of on the midst of, we would go back and forth. Is it Gruden that's holding us back? Is it Carr holding us back? When Gruden was here, we ended up being 3-2. He leaves, then we win 2 games, and then we lose the last 3. So a lot of stuff's going on. Now it's Carr's head. And at this point, it could be a blessing in disguise. It's time to move on from the coach. It's time to move on from the quarterback. But not only that, y'all. Would you guys say you would want to rebuild? Would you guys want to rebuild at this point? Good morning, Steven. My blood pressure is finally back to normal. Yeah, I see you, brother. Dog got Graham Cam. Dog got jealous. Zach says, Marcus time. I know he ain't the answer, but we got to try something new. Yeah, and I agree. Well, you got Derek Carr in the background on the wall right there. It's definitely time. We need a head coach. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. And the offensive coordinator. Draft a new quarterback, Carr in it, and keep Gus. Now, this is my thing. This is my thing. All right, let's start. Let's go ahead, chat. We got over 74 people. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all slide through. Make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate everybody pulling up this morning. I know it's a tough loss, but we got some stuff we got to talk about after sleeping on it, after having some after cooling off some of them thoughts. You know he ain't the answer, but play him anyway, bro. What? Oh shit. What's good, Ray? Any advice on how to cope with the Raiders giving a brother depression? The advice I would give you, man, is to watch at it. Look at this the thing is, we're the most passionate football fan base. We are the most passionate and the most emotional fan base in the league. And I think a lot of times our emotions, the fact that we like our team, like our colors, our uniform, our logo, all this stuff. We like the way it looks when we wear it, right? Shout out Central Cali Bear for pulling up. All these things. But we have to take a step back sometimes and just look at it from a football perspective. And if we just look at it from a football perspective, we do not, and someone just said it, we do not have a lot of good football players on this team. There's not a lot of good football players on this team. So, Cam right here, Cam says maybe we need a new owner. And this is what I'm thinking. This is the point I'm getting to. At this point, we need a new owner. At this point, we need a new owner. If we don't get a new owner, if we don't have a new owner for this football team, then from what I believe, if we don't get a new owner, then we need to bring in a GM that's way more hip to like to 2001, right? We don't need an old school guy. We don't need a former player from the 80s or something like that. We need a guy that's hip to today's world. You see the Niners went and got John Lynch and they bring in Kyle Shanahan. You see the Cardinals bringing a young coach. The Rams bringing in a young coach. This is what we need to do. We need to bring in something more hip, something younger, something that's going to bring some more energy to the team, make them live. I feel like we always go back to getting something old or something like that, or some no disrespect to the great Raider players, right? No disrespect to them, but would you guys want Art Shell to be the GM? Would you guys want Art Shell to be the coach? Like kind of stuff like this. We brought back Tom Cable as a head coach before. Stuff like that. Like I want somebody that's going to be hip, that's going to be a lot more in tune with today's world, with a lot more in tune with today's kids and stuff like that, that isn't just going to be on some BS. True, the NFL won't let us win with Mark Davis. I'm overly convinced. I kind of believe the same thing, bro. I don't think Mark Davis, because think about it like this. Gruden was controlling everything. If y'all can agree, if we can all agree on that, Gruden was controlling everything, right? We can agree on that. Mark Davis was basically, look, I'm going to hand over the operations to you, Gruden. And the reason I think Mark Davis did that is because he's not really hip to football. I don't think Mark Davis is hip to football. And I'm not saying he's completely naive. What I'm saying is that when you compare Mark Davis to Al Davis, there's no comparison, right? Could y'all agree on that at least? Could y'all agree on that Al Davis's football knowledge and the way he impacted the game is Mark Davis cannot amount to it. Mark Davis cannot understand or grasp all that stuff. It's completely different. I feel like Mark Davis, the reason he wanted Gruden is because Gruden was the dude. He could pick the players. He could bring in his GM. He brought in his defensive coordinator. He brought in his offensive coordinator, all these coaches, right? So that's my idea. That's why I think Mark Davis brought in Gruden, because Gruden was going to be the point to where, okay, Mark Davis is solely depending on Gruden. Does anybody in the chat kind of think that or think something different? Let me know. Am I way off? Am I way off in that? That's just kind of what I'm thinking at this point, going on and on and on. That's the feeling I'm getting. That's the sentiment I got, because when you think about it also from the other perspective, just think about it. Mark Davis has Gruden. Gruden is Mark Davis's football guy, right? That's going to help him make all the football decisions, basically make all the football decisions, right? Now the NFL, whoever it is in the NFL, and I'm not going off of conspiracy, I'm just thinking of like a little theory. So all they had to do was get rid of Gruden, and then now Mark Davis doesn't have a guy. Gruden was Mark Davis's football guy. Now he doesn't have it at all. So who is Mark Davis leaning on for these football decisions? We're leaning on a TV guy in Mike Mayock. We're leaning on this TV guy. It's one thing to take Gruden off TV because Gruden's been a coach. We know this. But to take Mike Mayock from TV and then be like, oh yeah, that's the guy. Oh, I don't know. I don't know Al Davis and Mike Mayock's relationship either. Jose says, coach who can discipline and an OC that is not boring. Exactly. We need an OC that's not boring. That's not boring. We need way more. Protein shake. We need way more style, bro. We be dry out there. We be dry. I think we need to not blow up the whole coaching staff that came with Gruden and get some receivers with speed and that can at least get separation. New school coach. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. We need to stop with the old school mentality, to be honest. Exactly, brother. Exactly. Brandon says 100% raid. EJ says Joe Brady 2020. Joe Brady, I know a lot of people have been calling for that. That Raider fan, Mel Carper Jr. for general manager. Hell no, bro. Are you serious? Come on, man. You be putting that Raiders fan. You be saying some funny stuff sometimes. You be in here dropping some jokes, but no. Mel Kiper Jr. If he became the Raiders, if Mel Kiper Jr. becomes the Raiders GM, I would be so disappointed. He would run our franchise like a madman. Mark Davis is just a simple businessman, plain and simple. Or Mark Davis is just a businessman, plain and simple. I agree. Dupree says, I'm no longer a Raiders fan anymore because of you, bro. Bye. Because of me? What I do? Gerardo, shout out to you, Gerardo. Frank White says, DC got to go. One winning season in 10 years. It's time to move on. I agree. It's time to move on. I don't think it's on DC, though. I think it's time to move on from DC, but I don't think Derek Carr is the problem. One says, crazy how fast people turn on Carr. Let's see Rodgers or Mahomes lose their main guy and have no O-line help. Carr deserves better. Loyalty gets you nothing nowadays. Shake my head. I 100% agree, Juan. Like I just got done saying, I'm not really trying to go into the Carr conversation because I feel like people just want to divide the nation when we talk about Carr. And it's just ridiculous, yo. Like, because when we talk about the quarterback position, we would all agree. If we brought in a new quarterback, would we still need a better O-line? Would we still need to add the O-line, or could we keep the O-line the same way it is? Could we keep the O-line the way it is? That's what I'm saying. Say we bring in Mariota. Could we keep Mariota as the quarterback for next year and keep the O-line and wide receivers the same and be successful in the offense? Can we? Seattle Nick says Carr was MVP talk just weeks ago. Yeah, I mean things change fast. Man. Big Boss Raider says if we put Mariota in, we still need a line. LOL. Boogie says, nah, need everything new. DC is not the whole problem, but we need something new, dog. Yeah, most definitely. I agree. And that's what I'm saying. I'm ready to get something new. No. And Big Boss Raider says, and that's my point. Exactly. So this is kind of where I'm coming from. Say we go get Corral, right? Say we go get that kid, Matt Corral. We draft him in the first round, which he's the best quarterback coming out supposedly, and we probably wouldn't be able to get him because our pick wouldn't be high enough, right? Detroit's ahead of us, the Jets, the list goes on. Jaguars, they probably won't need a quarterback, but those are the only teams I can think of that have shitty records. But say we go draft a quarterback, right? Would we still need to get more offensive line and wide receivers? If Derek Carr's not the quarterback, just take the quarterback situation out of here. Just take the quarterback situation out of here. Even if we had Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, would we still need to go get wide receivers and offensive linemen? Or would the offense be fixed at that point? Or would we start winning? Is Carr's decision making you scared to put it in tight windows? I wouldn't say that, man. We watched him play just against the Kansas City Chiefs. He put that thing on a thread to Edwards. I don't think he's scared of throwing in tight windows. I think the wide receivers just don't get any separation, so it's hard for him to throw it to him. Get back to spending top dollar on O-line. Well, you got to think about it. We've already spent 2 first-round draft picks on the offensive line. So we drafted Leatherwood. We drafted Colton Miller. We drafted Brandon Parker in the 3rd round. We drafted John Simpson in the 3rd round. So we have 4 linemen on this offensive line that we drafted. We drafted 4 linemen. That's unacceptable, yo. And this is why I'm worried. We drafted these people. He wasn't playing at MVP level. We started slow and still start slow. In what terms? Because we started 3-0, brother. We definitely started 3-0, then we lost 2, and then we won 2, and then we lost the last 3. We need a new, young, innovative coach and GM. Most definitely. I would like to bring in a GM like a Louis Riddick. He definitely has style. He definitely has style. He definitely has class. And then I would bring in a young head coach that has style himself, probably a Bellamy from the Chiefs. Or bring in I don't want Kellen Moore. I don't want Kellen Moore. I do not want to see Kellen Moore on the sidelines calling Raider games. Please save that. Save that. Dave S. Mariota can barely make it through a play. Expecting him to last more than a few plays could be wishful thinking. Yeah, he did come in on that one play. It was a 3rd down, and he took off running. He pulled his hamstring, and he nearly fumbled the football. But I'm not really talking about quarterback play. I'm talking about outside of the quarterback. Even if we got a different quarterback, do you guys still think we would need wide receiver and offensive line? What do y'all think? My boy over here texting me about some workouts or something. What do y'all think? Okay, so I see Leftwich. Yep, Benamy, please. Leftwich. Okay, Leftwich, that's a good one too. Dave Maxfield. What the F is going on with Jacobs? What's going on with Jacobs? What's going on with Jacobs? Raider 187 says O-line is maybe new right tackle. We just drafted a right tackle though. 187. We just drafted a right tackle in the 1st round. And why do we need a mobile quarterback? I don't understand that. Why do we need a mobile quarterback? And then he says, and 2 strong wide receivers. So you're saying we need a quarterback, we need 2 wide receivers, and we need an offensive lineman. So at this point, this is what I mean, bro. This is what I mean. It's hard not to talk. It's hard, but this is what I mean. You're telling me that we need to get a mobile quarterback. We still need to fix the offensive line, and we still need 2 wide receivers. I mean, you guys are saying even if the quarterback is the issue, right? The quarterback's the issue. If the quarterback now isn't getting it done, but you're telling me that the new quarterback needs 2 wide receivers and an offensive lineman, then that's not even fair. That's like me telling you, I'm like, yo, you go bench 185 with one arm, but then the new guy could come in and bench 150 and use both his arms. That's like what you're doing. You're basically saying You're basically saying the quarterback now has to perform better with less, and then the new quarterback can get everything new, and then we'll judge him based on that. How is that fair, brother? It's like me telling you to go to work for 10 hours and then tell somebody else to go to work for 5 hours and y'all gonna get paid the same. That's not even fair. We have a plan. White Tyson got a plan. He says, I have a plan. Draft Garrett Wilson at wide receiver, keep Carr for next year, then sell it all to get the number 1 pick and get CJ Stroud. He's the best quarterback, but not coming out till next year. I mean, that's a plan. Me personally, I want to build the defense. I say forget the offense. We've already put in 2 first-round draft picks on the offensive line. We lost the first-round draft pick in Ruggs. We got Derek Carr. We got a first-round draft pick in Jacobs. I mean, forget the offense. Forget the offense, yo. Let's go stack the defense. You got Yannick on one side. You got Crosby on the other side. Could you imagine if we got a dominant defensive tackle? If we got a dominant defensive tackle with Yannick and Crosby? Let's go get a dominant defensive tackle, go get another cornerback, get another linebacker, and boom, right there. Stout. You'd have a stacked defense. That defense would be stacked. Imagine if we drafted Devin White instead of Cleveland Farrell, had Yannick and Max Crosby. Like, let's just stack the defense. And then on the flip side, on the offense, just build the running game. You got two first-round draft picks in the offensive line. You got a first-round draft pick in Josh Jacobs. You got Drake back there. Why can't we just build the offensive line to be stronger or just build the running game however we need to and have a stout defense? What was our offensive identity the past 2 to 3 years? West Coast offense, ground and pound, run the football. That's our style of play. That's what we've been doing. But think about it. We haven't been that style of football. We have no offensive identity. All of a sudden, overnight, we became a passing team. And that's not that we weren't built for that. We were not built for that. We're not built to be a passing team. And overnight, all of a sudden, we're a passing team. Central Cali says Mariota gets hurt in the sauna. Carr has the most fumbles since he's entered the league with 33. I mean, Brett Favre has the most interceptions, and he's in the fucking what's it called? Hall of Fame. Dude has like the most interceptions and incompletions as anybody. We basically gave away Mac for nothing, missing all those draft picks. Exactly. Marcel spitting straight facts, yo. We were basically gave away Mac for nothing, missing. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I need to see something real quick because see if we can find the Mac trade. Because I definitely want to pick it up. Oh, look, there was an article put out just an hour ago. Let me bring this up for you guys. Let's read it. Let's read it together. There was an article put out an hour ago. See if I can share this screen real quick. Chris Gang in the building. What's happening, folks? Souza, mobile quarterback like Brady. Leftwich good too. And if we get a GM, I want someone that has nothing to ever do with the Raiders. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Louis Riddick or David Shaw. I would like Louis Riddick as the GM. Personally, I would like Louis Riddick as a GM. I think Riddick has class. I think he has style. He knows football. And then you bring in a young coach like Benamy or Leftwich. I think that makes sense, man. And getting penalized on defense and extending their drives to score. Yeah, true. D tackle, please. Yes, please. Can we get a defensive tackle to stop the run, please? EJ, yes, I want to build a defense. It could have been Derwin or Vita Vea. Oh my gosh, with Devin White, Patrick Queen, Merrick, my lord. Put me as GM. We would have had Devin White. We'd have Derwin James. Devin White. We'd be stacked, yo. That defense would be stacked. I would have Merrick as well. It'd be Merrick with Derwin James. I'd have both of them as my safeties. Then I'd have Devin White as my middle linebacker because that's who I would have drafted. And then right there, in that later pick, I would have got Kenneth Murray Jr. That would have been stout. But I probably wouldn't have got him. I probably would have got like Jalen Johnson if the year before I got Devin White. But you get the drift. You get the drift. And in that first round, I'm not picking Leatherwood. I'm getting Barmore. I'm getting Barmore there, and then I'll come up later and grab Wi-Fi Willie in the house. He says, "What? Why? What do you mean? What? Why?" Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let me switch this size. I want to read this article because this is my first time. I just put it in right now, so it just so happened to pop up. Jefferson. Someone said Jefferson over Ruggs. My goodness, bro. The fact that we drafted Ruggs and not Lamb, because someone just said earlier that we should have a duo like Cooper and Ruggs. That's what Carr should be playing with, or whoever our quarterback is. Our quarterback should be playing with Cooper and Ruggs, or Cooper and whatever receiver we got. But we don't stack talent like other teams. But I'm about to share this screen. Let me see. Add to stream. All right. Lamb over Ruggs. Yeah, I want to CD Lamb. Let's look at this article, though. Let's look at this article. All right. Here we have the team used the first-round picks. The team used the first-round picks on Jacobs in 2009 and cornerback Damon Arnett in 2020. Selected wideout Edwards with the third-round pick and used the sixth as a small piece in the trade and sent Kalichio Assembly to New York for a fifth-round pick. When the deal was made, Raiders coach John Gruden, who had personnel control of the franchise, said if you're going to pay a quarterback like Derek Carr franchise player money, you can't also pay another player kind of money and build a strong roster. That's where I think John Gruden was definitely wrong about that. That's bullshit. That is straight bullshit. Look at the Rams. That is straight bullshit. We basically just gave away one of the best players that would have been one of the best players in Raiders history in Khalil Mack. So that was straight bullshit. We're definitely missing something because I thought we got more picks than just two. It says, with the news that Chicago's Khalil Mack would miss the rest of the season with foot injuries, it seems like a good time 4 seasons to pass judgment to the Bears and Raiders trade that shook the NFL on September 1st, 2018. The Raiders traded Mack plus second-round and seventh-round picks, originally conditional pick that turned out to be a seventh-rounder, to the Bears for 2 first-round picks and a third. Oh, so we got 2 first-rounders and a third. Okay, yeah, I'm tripping. So with them 2 first-rounders, we got Jacobs and Arnett. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got Jacobs and Arnett. And then I guess Edwards with a third. So that's that right there. Let me remove that. So that's the most interesting thing. Shit. Mr. D says that's the problem, not our quarterback. I mean, meant to say what up with Jesse. Vote RTT for GM, Raider Wolf. Yeah, man, vote me for GM, brother. Vote me for GM. And then when I go live, I'm going to come straight to the chat and be like, yo, what should we do? What should we do? You feel me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That would be fire. That would be fire. Raider fans run the team. How about that? We need to have the Raider fans run the team. We'll go on a poll. Yep, Barmore there. It's sad how nasty this D would have been. Yes, this defense could be one of the best defenses in the league. Derwin is all pro. LOL. Colton is good. Difference. Yes, most definitely, bro. People would always get on me like, well, Colton Miller's good, blah, blah. I'm like, shit. Colton Miller is good, definitely. Most definitely good. But in my opinion, I feel like if we were to stack this defense and we would just have a strong run game, we'd be straight. We'd be straight with Derek Carr at quarterback. And the way we built this team was not built to be a passing first team. And I think fans forget that. When we started this whole rebuild, this was a run heavy team. We cannot run the football now. Why can't we not run the football? Dark Side says Vikings have talent. Exactly. Vikings have talent and they still be trash every single year. Dak playing with what Carr should have had? Most definitely. And I've said this multiple times. We shouldn't have traded Cooper. We should have kept Cooper and drafted another stud wide receiver. That's what teams do. That's what teams do to stack talent. We should have kept Cooper and then went and traded for Antonio Brown or something like that. We shouldn't have traded Cooper and then try to move all these pieces. That was ridiculous. Jay Oaks with the trolling, missing Netway out there. Yeah, we're missing him give up a bunch of touchdowns. We basically traded Mack for Jacobs at the end of the day. That's brutal, bro. That is brutal. EG 207 in the building. What's happening, folks? Central Cali says, yo, Ray, do you think Carr took a shot at some of his teammates during the presser when he mentioned something about guys going out the strip and having late night dinners? Yeah, I think he was. I think he was taking shots at people. He was also saying how he's tired of losing he's also tired of losing for 20 years. So it's interesting. Mario Moreno, Louis Riddick has no experience being a GM. I mean, yeah, that's true. But neither does John Lynch. John Lynch was a former player, and he all of a sudden he got. Think about it like this: John Lynch has no GM experience. He has no GM experience, and the Niners definitely doing better. They have a quarterback that they're grooming right now. I know the record doesn't say the best thing, but we all know Jimmy G is not the answer. Lucha currently wakes up in the fourth quarter. He sucks 1 through 3 quarters, first to the third quarter. Gruden traded away our good players out of spite just to build his own ish. That didn't even work. Exactly. Top 3 coach picks, and why not Kellen Moore? I don't like Kellen Moore because what is he doing? What is Kellen Moore doing that impresses everybody? I don't understand that. What is Kellen Moore doing that impresses everybody? That's all I'm saying. What is he doing that impresses you? When we went and scored 14 points against the Chiefs, and yesterday, what did the Cowboys do? What did the Cowboys do yesterday against the Chiefs? We went and scored 14 against the Chiefs, and the Cowboys scored 9 against the Chiefs. That's all I'm saying. If y'all can, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button either today or Wednesday. Once I get the film, we'll be in the membership. We'll have a live membership only live, and we'll be breaking down the film. I'll put the stream link in the chat. So if y'all want to pull up and watch live football. Hold up, let me catch my breath real quick because obviously I can't talk right now. If y'all want to pull it for the membership and hop on the live stream and watch some film, break down some film with me, then go ahead and make sure you hit the membership button, become a member, and make sure you'll tune in and see what this team really does on the football field with the all 22 film. Mike Castle with the super sticker. Appreciate the donation, brother. Always love the support from you guys. Keeps me going. Love the kind words. Also love the trolling. Just keep it 100. What have the Bears and Cowboys accomplished with Cooper and Mack? Nothing. They haven't accomplished anything. But one thing I will say, LMN, we would be a better football team with Cooper and Mack. Right now, we would be a better football team with Cooper and Mack. If we had Cooper, most definitely. Breaking news, Raid has signed as Las Vegas Raiders GM. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And the whole chat coming with me. Yo, and the whole chat going with me. Y'all finna be in the suites with me. We finna be up there talking Raiders football. Jindo says O-line can't run block. I seen someone say, what? Y'all in the chat talking spicy. Y'all in the chat talking spicy. What's good with it, Clements? Clements in the building, my boy. He said, I'm going to pull up this time. Pull up, brother. I like that you pulled up last time when we were watching film. Jesse in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cooper was with us when the team went down. Well, you guys got to think about it, though. You guys got to think about it. Cooper was on the team when we went. What was our record? 7-9. We were 7-9, y'all. We went 12-4, and then we went 7-9, and then we blew the whole roster up. We literally blew a roster up going 7-9. Does any other football team do that? No. No other football team blows their roster up after going 12-4, then 7-9. It was just a down year. Every team has a down year, especially when you have the Chiefs in your division. You had the Chargers had their playoff. I believe that was the Chargers playoff run that year also. You just don't blow up a team because of that. You don't. You don't see the Seahawks blowing up their team because they're going 7-9. They go 7-9 like every fucking year. The Seahawks do not blow their team up. You don't see the Niners blowing up their team. Just because you go 7-9 or 6-10, 6-10. Scott, now he says Carr is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. Sounds kind of like you're bitter, brother, because that's not even said in good faith. There's no way Carr is one of the worst in the league. What's good with it, Daniel? Already says, what's up, Ray? Do you see Carr's body language during the presser? A lot of moving around, fidgeting, and his hat was covering half his face. Something tells me he knows the heat is coming. I think he's pissed off, yo. He's pissed off. He's pissed off. Join the squad and watch some film. Yeah, join the squad. Hit that membership button. Join the squad. I want to see y'all out there. All right, with the super sticker. Appreciate it, brother. Rat Pack says, what's up, Braid? What's up with you, brother? Reality 69 says pure hatred towards Carr. Yeah, people literally hate Carr. Like they'll just hate Carr. I'm like, damn, bro, chill out. Whether we have Carr or not, it doesn't fucking matter. What are we gonna do to win? Like, I feel like people want to talk about Carr more than they want to talk about changing things to win. Okay, say we get rid of Carr. Say we get rid of Carr and we get a new quarterback. What else do we need to do? Our run offense is garbage. What are we gonna do? Carr is mad because his organization stinks. I mean, that's potentially true. I mean, imagine waking up and then you're like, okay, well, our first round draft pick wide receiver is going to prison. And then just a couple weeks before that, you wake up and it's like, damn, my head coach, who I've been with for 4 years, who's supposed to be here for the next 6 years, resigns. You feel me? And then you're on your fourth or fifth head coach. Is this Carr's fifth head coach in 8 years? Is this his fifth head coach? So he's probably disgruntled. He's probably at this point, he's like, you know what? Forget this. But I'm past that. The organization has not been stable. Yeah, it's tough. And then this offseason, we had a bunch of people resign. I think the president of the Raiders resigned, or was it the director or something like that? You know what? Also, did our running back coach retire as well? Didn't our running back coach retire as well? He says head coach, offensive coordinator, GM has to go. Yeah, I mean, I want Darren McFadden and Michael Bush. Hell no. Carr and Olsen need to go and no run defense. This is like starting pitcher treatment. Gets blamed for losing the game even if the team doesn't hit or score any runs. I mean, brother, it's part of the game, bro. Quarterback, you're gonna take that. You're gonna take that blame. Why would I look to teams that ain't dominating for a blueprint? All these mobile guys ain't won a damn thing. Well, let's look at it. Last year in the Super Bowl, who won? So it was Tom Brady. Definitely not mobile. Who did Brady play in the NFC Championship? Who did Brady play in the NFC Championship? I can't remember. Dak is not a better quarterback than Carr. Dak has a lot of weapons. What did Dak do yesterday without his top two weapons? Does anybody want to answer Steven Martinez in the chat? Is anybody answering Steven Martinez in the chat? Someone reply to this. Someone reply to him. He says Dak is not a better quarterback than Carr. Dak has a lot of weapons. What did Dak do yesterday without his top two weapons? Anybody want to address him? Team was better when Gruden was calling plays. Yeah, I think a big thing was though, it's just Ruggs. I think that Ruggs incident just messed up the whole team a lot. Even Jacob was saying like it was tough on him. So I don't know. Like he says, they're a broken record. They don't know football, so they're just talking nonsense. Some people talk nonsense, brother. Number one wide receiver, actual O-line, a good running back, a good run-stopping interior defensive tackle, and something for the future at CB because Hayward won't be here long. That one guy, bro, this is exactly what I would want to do. You know, if you were to ask me, I wouldn't want to get rid of Carr. I would say we need weapons. You know, you look at another team like the Rams. They traded 2 first-round picks for Matthew Stafford. That's because they could. Why didn't we, if Carr was the problem or if quarterback was the issue, I'm not Carr, but say Mariota, he's not the answer as well, right? Why couldn't we go out and trade for a Matthew Stafford? We should have went and traded for Matthew Stafford if he was so good to get the Rams to the Super Bowl. If Stafford's so good that he can get the Rams to the Super Bowl, so they traded for him, why didn't we do that? That's because we don't have the weapons. We don't have the defense. We don't have a team nearly anywhere close to the same. Yo, what's good with it? Board George Stray. I see you folks. Super Omnicron says Brian DeBall. Okay. Byron Lefferts for head coach, Ed Dobbs for GM, or Titans director of PP Ryan Cowden. The Titans director of what does PP stand for? Someone help me out. But Ed Dodds for GM. Who the hell is Ed Dodds? You really in tune. Who's Ed Dodds? The Colts. Okay, the vice president of the Colts. Did you say that? The GM of the Colts, Ed Dodds is? Is that who that is? Wi-Fi. What's good with you, Wi-Fi? Let me send Wi-Fi the link. I don't know if he's available. I'll send him the link. See what he says. See what Wi-Fi says. He got Wi-Fi always got some interesting outlooks, and he's definitely not a biased fan. That's why I fuck with Wi-Fi. He's not biased. He gonna tell it like it is. Lucha says play Carr and Mariota at the same time. Wildcat package. I could see that. I think we could work in Mariota just to help the run game. I think putting Mariota in more would help the run game. Stafford is average quarterback with weapons. Tannehill average with weapons. Both big contenders. I mean, you think about Tannehill. Y'all want to see Tannehill's numbers? Think about that. There's a reason we're not trading for these quarterbacks. Let me put some pants on. You're telling me, hold up, Wi-Fi Willie. You're telling me you're watching right now with no pants on. You couldn't have done the decency to put some pants on while watching me live, brother. Yeah, Wi-Fi is the dude. Most definitely. Wi-Fi is the dude, man. Definitely. Element says, but it's good when we go another 10 years losing. Looking for somebody as good as Carr. I'm gonna need answers from y'all. Y'all think this quarterback shit is a game? LMN Pro. Hey, pro, you know how I feel about Carr, bro. The thing is, I'm not sitting here. I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to defend Carr anymore, bro. I can't. Player personnel. Thank you, chat. Appreciate y'all. I'm grateful for you guys. Player personnel. Player pimping. You feel me? It says 5-0 Raiders. So bad running. Bad run blocking is an excuse for Carr. Oh, this is an interesting one. If a new coach comes in and takes out Gus Bradley, would Yannick Hayward and Perriman stay? I think for sure Yannick is staying. Yannick and Max are staying. Those two are not going anywhere. Perriman, that's a tough one. He's definitely a tackling machine, but I don't know if you get a new hip head coach, they're gonna probably want a guy like a Isaiah Simmons or something like that. Motherfuckers said sound like a Wi-Fi Willie. Oh man. Raider King 916, shout out 916. He says, bro, I was heated yesterday like all the real ones should be. It looks like there is no chemistry. I don't know why the hell we are playing this damn bad. I had high expectations now. I don't know. I don't know, man. For personally, I think Perriman under contract. Okay. He has another year. And Yannick for surely is going to stay. You know what I mean? Yannick's for surely going to stay. Morning Ray, you made good points yesterday. Yeah, appreciate that, brother. I honestly, I honestly just think at this point we need to take a step back and really realize, when we compare ourselves to other teams, when we compare ourselves and look at our talent, even if we get a different quarterback, say we get Matt Corral, like I was saying earlier, we draft the best quarterback out of the draft. We get the best quarterback. We still need wide receivers, and not just one. We need two. We need two wide receivers. You know what I mean? We need two. People want to bring in Devontae Adams next year. Do you think we can get Devontae Adams? All right, this is the question right here. Y'all chat. Let me know. I'm gonna put this up on. I'm gonna make a band. I'm gonna put this up on. Put this up real quick. Bow. Hit them with a question. What y'all think? Go ahead, read that. What do y'all think? Can we or can we not? Raider Luck says, yep, and you'll get them with Carr's salary. Simple as that. No Carr, no Adams. Now without Carr, we don't get Adams. I don't know, man. Our offense is not explosive, and we need to start converting third downs. 40-year fan, sick of losing Ruggs, deflate our offense. Yeah, you got to think about it. Ruggs was a first-round draft pick. Other teams have multiple first-round draft picks at wide receiver. Multiple teams. You see, the Broncos just signed Cortland Sutton to a 4-year contract, and they got Jerry Jeudy. Rob says, hell no. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, if we bring Aaron Rodgers, we're going to have to pay him $40 million a year. Then you have to turn around and sign Devontae Adams to a max deal. But I don't think about that. Nope, not. Nope, no. Oof. No, nah. Imagine paying Carr for a Trevor Lawrence type of play. I mean, Trevor Lawrence type of play. Trevor Lawrence offensive line is actually pretty good. His offensive line is pretty good. James Robinson, I think, is top 10 in rushing right now. James Robinson lights out, bro. He's been snapping. Laviska Shenault, DJ Chark. The Jags are not that bad. Trevor Lawrence just sucks. I wish we had DJ Chark. I like DJ Chark. Him and Terry McLaurin are slept on. Those two dudes are huge, but they're fast as fuck, bro. Terry McLaurin and DJ Chark, we'd be lucky. Hell no. Bro, is there one person in here that said yes? I don't think there's one person that said yes. No, but we can get Allen Robinson. I don't want A-Rob, bro. I don't want a contested catch guy. I don't want a slow guy. If we're going to get if we get a contested catch guy, I want Devontae Adams. I don't want to settle for Allen Robinson. I feel like at that point we're settling. Mike Castle. Shout out Mike Castle, brother. Join the squad. Welcome Mike Castle to the squad, brother. Glad to see you make it, bro. Pull up to them members only lives when we do all 22 film breakdown. Then we can really see what's going on with this football team. Devontae ain't coming if Carr ain't here. Did anybody say yes? He not coming even with Carr. Big Tone 209. Why would Adams come to a rebuilding team? Adams comes with the Carr bundle. Yep. Dude, if we try to get Adams, we have to keep Carr. That's how I feel, bro. Why would we get rid of Carr and bring in Adams? I feel like that would be, I don't know, honestly. That would be like, yo, what the fuck are we thinking? You're going to sit here and tell me you would get rid of Carr and still bring in Devontae Adams? Bruh. Like, you're going to piss off that wide receiver. Imagine doing some sneak shit like, yeah, you bring in Adams, but then you go into the season, then you trade Carr. Devontae Adams would probably be pissed off. He'd probably be pissed off. We're not getting Adams with Mariota. Tigers Mundo says Aaron Rodgers. I mean, if we get Aaron Rodgers, we ain't going to be able to pay these dudes. How much is he going to get? Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. We always settle. That's been the problem. Damn, bro. Wi-Fi Willie in a mini mansion. I'm going to pull Wi-Fi Willie up. This boy in a mini mansion, dog.
I had to mix it up from the Vegas background. I should have made me on the mountains, ready to jump off like a Raider fan.
You should have been sitting on. You should be in a tent hanging off of Mount Everest.
Yeah, it's over, bro. That's what we're all saying. It's game over.
Why do people keep saying to rebuild? LOL. We just need to fix pieces of this team. Look what Gus did to our defense in 1 year. I mean, that's a pretty good point. What do you think about that, Wi-Fi?
Yo, I mean, we never had a defense this good, so you can hear me, right? My audio's good?
Audio's good, brother. I can hear you. I can see your piano, everything.
No, but the thing is like, it took so long for us to have a good defense. Why do you want to get rid of it? And the thing is, Gruden kind of let Gus Bradley run the defense by himself, kind of was super hands-off. So why can't we find another offensive-minded coach who will do that same thing? Because I'm not trying to dismantle the defense because, like, even before 2 weeks ago, before the Chiefs game, they were like top 6 in all the rankings. And you just can't throw that away. Perryman, when have we had a linebacker as good as Perryman?
I don't know, man. I remember we drafted Rolando McClain, and it was like, I feel like our team was the longest yard at that point. I just remember him picking a guy up and slamming him into the ground, and then he got fired for it. I just remember that. Rolando McClain, I did like him though. I don't know. I was like, yeah, he's pretty edgy, bro. He'll tear somebody up, but he was not that good. He was not that good.
Then he became a Cowboy, just like Cooper.
Oh yeah.
All of our good players become Cowboys.
He went to the other convict team.
Bowman was dope.
Bowman was dope. Kirk Morrison was fire. I remember when we had Kirk Morrison and Thomas Howard. This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
In our past, bro, they led the league in interceptions as a linebacker duo at one point. And I was like, yo, that's fire. That is fire.
We've actually had some decent defenses in like late 2000s.
Yeah.
In the Bowman year, that was 2017, right? That was dope because you have Bowman, Mack, Irvin, and Alden Smith.
Yep. Yep. Bowman was a hit of facts. Yeah. People loved Bowman. I like Bowman, bro. When we let him go, I was like, we don't have anything better. Why would you let him go?
Here's the thing, though. The coaching staff must know something. That's why about Derek Carr. Like, I don't want to bring it all up about Derek Carr or whatever, but like, I just feel like we don't know what goes on in practice. So we really don't know how good some of these players are. We don't know how Mariota does in practice. You know?
I
So
think
I feel
for
like
me, what would I think for me though is not having a head coach, like a real head coach. How hard would it be for Bisaccia to be the head coach now and then bench Carr? Like, how would that look on him? You know what I mean?
oh yeah, dude,
Like he
I think
can't.
Versace he's never gonna do anything because he's so
Exactly.
scared. He knows that like okay, the probability of him getting fired is high, even if he wins.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
like I feel like he's just trying to make no mistakes and not piss anybody off. And
Yeah.
Derek Carr feels like the coach instead of Bisaccia.
Yeah. Yeah. And someone made a point that Troy Aikman, I believe, lost Jimmy Johnson in the middle of the season. I can't.
I
I
mean, I
got.
was a young buck, so I don't know.
Yeah, someone had brought that point up and was like Troy Aikman lost Jimmy Johnson,
You can
and
just
they
hear me
didn't do
typing.
well. And I was like, man, I'm gonna have to look into that because that would be really the only comparison. You know, there's not many comparisons to say, hey, you lost your head coach, now go out there and perform. But also on top of that, I kind of want to get off the topic because I don't want to talk about Carr, but
Well,
it's just the fact that
interim head
do
coach
you
though, that's a
think
topic.
yeah, yeah. Look, do you think that if we get a different quarterback, that the offense will be fixed?
No, but I feel like there's one question that we need. There's one question that comes up every year, and it comes up whenever we lose, and it's never answered ever.
Yeah,
And it's like we talked about a little bit yesterday, which is like, how would Derek Carr do on a better team? And are people actually open according to the coaching staff? And Derek Carr's just not being aggressive. Now, I
no,
don't think. I think it's a mix of both. I think the offense sucks.
no.
Like I agree with you on that. Like even
Or
without
when you say sucks, is that because we're not scheming right, we're not calling the right plays, or just we don't have weapons?
it's because Zay Jones is the number 2 receiver and Brian
Yeah,
Edwards is the number 1. Like, no,
yeah,
I'm with you on that.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch the film breakdown yet, but I've heard people say like, all right, there's instances where he could take some shots, but I have to take it with a grain of salt because sometimes I'll watch the film and people are like, oh, somebody was open there, and I'll look and I'm like, dude, come on, Carr would have had to do like a fucking crazy, a freaking crazy crossbody throw or something like
Yeah,
that, you know? So
yeah. I think
it
that's just
depends.
that at the end of the day, my thing is if we got a different quarterback, but it doesn't fix the offense, then what are we even doing?
But here's the thing, Ray. I'm open to every possibility. I'm open to saying that I don't know everything. So here's the one thing that I would say. What if in practice Carr's not always hot and Mariota does look good? What I mean, and then I don't think this is personally true. I'm not going to say I think this is likely, but I'm going to hear it out as a
Yeah,
possibility and say that I don't know for certain. So there is a sliver of possibility. And would you not agree that maybe Carr's just not being aggressive enough, and maybe since we don't have the weapons, we do need a QB who will do some things like Mariota will do, which is kind of unhealthy and not sustainable for a full season, in my opinion. But maybe that would make us do better on offense.
mm-hmm.
What do you? I mean, what do you think about that? Is that a possibility?
As far as when you say do better on offense, does that mean
Score,
win games?
score. Yeah,
Win
we need to
games.
score. We need to score. We
I know,
don't
but
score.
win games. So you think so when you say if Mariota comes in and does better and we win games? So
Okay, so if we
what is
would have
the
lost,
question?
yesterday, 28-32, the fan base wouldn't be this pissed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think we need to win games. I think we just need to at this point. And I know that sounds crazy, but at
Yeah.
this point on offense, we just need to score points to have
Yeah.
a sliver of hope and possibility.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Michael NorCal Raider says, what coaches would want to come to the Raiders? We go from dysfunction to dysfunction. And not only that, to piggyback off of NorCal, also players. And this is why I asked earlier, do you think we would be able to get Devontae Adams without Carr?
No, we would not.
Like,
Hell
could
no.
you imagine us getting
Hell
rid of
no.
Carr than going to try and get Adams? He would be like, why the hell would I do that now?
No,
Like,
he wouldn't
can you
even
see
pick up the
that? Like,
phone.
he would be exactly. Imagine this. I don't think the Saints have cap space. I think you're the one that told me that. But could you imagine, say, Carr goes over to the Saints, he's like, I'll do a friendly deal, and then Adams goes there.
They would have to work out some stuff. I think if they get rid of Taysom Hill, it clears up a lot of stuff. But here's the thing. I mean, I
Because
don't
I
know
feel like
because
whatever team
it
picks up
seems like
Carr,
Rodgers is going to keep playing.
Rodgers is going to keep playing for the Packers?
I don't know if he's going to keep playing for the Packers, but he's going to keep playing for somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But okay, so do you think but you asked me a question earlier though, and I wanted to elaborate. I didn't answer it. You were saying though with Mariota, if we score more points, what was the question though?
What would the what be?
What was the question? You said if we bring in Mariota.
Oh, is there a possibility that the receivers are at least somewhat open? Maybe not completely open, maybe not a bunch of separation, and Carr is just not taking a chance on them and not trusting them.
That's a
Is that a
possibility. I think
possibility?
it is. I think that's what it is, honestly.
And if Mariota comes in and takes that chance and he gets some completions like he did in that Chargers game, people are going to think it was on Carr. And we don't see practice, so we don't know how good Mariota is, and we don't know how much Carr messes up in practice.
Yeah. How many throws did Mariota make to the receivers against the Chargers?
I'm trying to think. Not that many. It was a tight end game, and I have no problem with that.
Hold on. Do you remember any throws he made to receivers?
No, I actually don't. No.
Do you remember any throws he made to Waller?
Yes.
Yeah,
he was in Waller all day and Moreau.
I mean, and do you remember him throwing interception when he tried throwing it to Zay Jones across the middle on the slant route?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I mean,
but that was just one mistake. If we're gonna make excuses for Carr, I'm coming in making excuses for Mariota. Here's the thing, and I'm a pro Carr guy.
So what's the excuse?
I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. What
would Mariota's excuse be?
That he didn't get any first team reps and was just thrown into the game randomly in the second quarter.
And throws a pick with a tied ball game.
And for most of the game, he had us almost winning, but our defense lost us that game. Mariota didn't lose us that game. Still,
he couldn't score in the red zone.
I know, but you were ragging on the defense last year, and so was I. Mariota did not lose us that game. In general, the defense lost that game against the Chargers. You have to at least admit that.
But when the defense makes 2 stops at the end of the game, what do you want them to do?
They didn't make a stop at the very end of the game, and we would have won the game.
Well, hold on. So we made a stop. We got the ball back. Mariota throws a pick. The defense makes another stop in our own territory. Then we go to overtime. The only reason we went to overtime because we made a stop.
All right, so we need to get that way back. Is that what you're saying?
And then we go to overtime. Mariota gets the ball back. He doesn't score again, and then they score.
I blame. I put that a little bit on Gruden.
Yeah.
I think he should have been more aggressive in overtime because he should have understood our defense is trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're right. They did make some plays. Our defense did randomly make some plays, but generally, they were getting worked. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to make some excuses for Mariota there. I mean, come on. He got thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
Do I think now here's the thing. The no trade clause on his contract makes me think it is quite possible that Mariota is a lot better than we believe. Because why would they be willing to do that for him? You know? That to me is kind of weird. Like no trade clauses, you typically only do that for players who are like OBJ status.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So there's something going on. There is something going on.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Queen Weather says, like I said on Hustle's video, Carr is one of many issues. Starting Mariota or a new quarterback isn't going to take us to the Super Bowl. We have a lot of issues to fix. I mean, 100% agree with you, Queen. Carr is one of many issues, right? But like you were saying, even if we bring in a different quarterback, we still have a lot of holes to plug. You know, we still have a lot of things to take care of. So,
we don't have wide receivers.
Nation thinks Mariota is Lamar Jackson. Yes, true. and even then, they still have Hollywood Brown.
He's not Lamar Jackson. You know what he is right now? He's Taylor Heineke, which means and then like I'm not saying that this guy's going to be a franchise QB. What? Huh?
That's a good comparison,
right? Yeah. Like he's not a franchise QB, but he can come in and he could create a spark. And I don't know, he may fail in the very end, but who knows? No,
I got my boy Thrills popped up on us with a super chat. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love, brother. He says, yo, Raid, big fan, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Great work, man. Love the Raiders, but we have no type of run game. Easily defend against the pass. I mean, look, this is crazy because when you bring up having no run game, the first thing people will say is, oh, you're making excuses for Carr. And it's like, I'm not even trying to talk about the quarterback anymore. Let's just talk about other parts of the team, right?
Yeah.
Like, we have a first-round draft pick in Josh Jacobs. Why are we last in rushing? Why? This team is a West Coast offense. We run a West Coast offense. Do I need to go Google what that is? Like, we all know what we need to do. We need to run the football, set up the play action pass, get it downfield, running gun. No, we're not doing this. It's short to intermediate routes. Like, I'm trying to figure out why the run game is not working. We have 2 first-round draft picks on the offensive line as well. We had to take one guy and move him to guard. That was a first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
So at this point, why are we not running the football efficiently? And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, so Thrills, I appreciate you putting the super chat, bro, putting some sense in these people's head, because we are supposed to be a running football team. We're not supposed to be a passing football team. That's not how we were built. If that's how we were built, we would have like 3-4 receivers instead of having Jacobs. Instead of having Jacobs, we would have drafted a receiver and then just went and got a running back in like the 2nd or 3rd round.
That's what frustrated me about the Jacobs draft pick in the first place, because I go and watch the Niners, and they just plug in any random running back and it works out.
Bro, like a 3rd string, some dude off the streets.
Who the hell's McGuire? Who the hell's Wilson? Who are these guys?
Yes, bro. And they're just out there balling. I'm like, dude, did we really take a one-dimensional running back in the 1st round? So you're telling me we took Jacobs in the 1st round, but we go get a running back that can catch out the backfield?
And we saw it happening in 2019. As soon as I saw Jalen Richard getting all the 3rd down snaps, I was like, what? So Jacobs can't block? Jacobs can't catch? Then why do we pick him in the 1st round?
Bro, that's bad drafting.
If I was a Jacobs defender, here's what I would say. The reason why we haven't been running as well is because we don't have Ingold. No Alec Ingold, Raid. What are we supposed to do?
He said, no, I don't know, man. At this point, it's just frustrating. Like, how do we not have a run game, bro?
Well, okay, some people in the chat are saying the O-line. I mean, Niners got a better O-line, so no matter what, whoever they plug in, it's going to be better.
Okay, then why don't you use that excuse for Carr?
Well, because you know what? In the past, these past few weeks, Carr has had more time to throw, in my opinion, than the first 3 weeks.
That doesn't mean just because they're doing better than terrible doesn't mean they're actually good. You see what I'm saying? Like, the offensive line was so bad that we think just because they improved a little bit that they're better. But the run game is still trash. And think about it like this. The offensive line was terrible in the beginning, but when was Carr doing well?
In the beginning.
So you see what I'm saying? But what happened? The offensive line is still trash. It got a little bit better, but it's still trash. The run game proves that. If the run game is trash because of the offensive line, and then you take away your 1st-round draft pick, wide receiver, that was literally probably the top 3 fastest players in the NFL, like starting, right? And you know, there's probably some 5th string guy out there that's running faster than everybody that nobody cares about. But
yeah, maybe John Ross or something. Yeah.
You take him out, and then all of a sudden everything gets flipped upside down. Everybody's mad at Carr, but nobody's mad at Jacobs.
So here's the thing,
though. I don't know, draft a running back in the 1st round next year?
Huh?
It's like, would we draft a running back in the 1st round to replace Jacobs because Jacobs isn't doing good? Like, does Jacobs need to get benched?
We better not draft a running back in the 1st round ever again.
Ever again.
Like straight up ever again.
That would be terrible.
Like, after I saw Cam Akers, people like that, Cam Akers on the Rams, in the 2nd round, stuff like that. We all know you don't need to get a running back in the 1st round. That's what we all talk about. It's just common NFL knowledge. You don't need it anymore these days, and they got short careers. I mean, it's sad. Yeah.
Good morning, Jack Kenneth. Project 1337 says, "I love Carr and I'm all for Carr. However, I believe the coach, the OC, and Carr are all responsible. Carr honestly looked checked out versus the Bengals. Yes, I agree. I think Carr was definitely looking different. His body language and the pressure, he just didn't. It just wasn't the same.
Here's the thing, though.
Definitely wasn't the same vibe. And
here's honestly, what I'll ask you, Ray. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I hope this means Carr starts, coming out of that nice guy shell, and he starts being like, you know what? No, do blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And it starts like breaking out of that shell, and he's just like, yo, no, you guys know you missed that damn block. You need to make sure you do that. Blah blah blah. We need more weapons. Go on the presser and say, I need more weapons if that's the issue. Because right now you need to do something, right? Because other players, other quarterbacks, if there's something wrong, they'll go on the podium and they'll say it. They'll say it. I need weapons. We heard the past 3 years, Aaron Rodgers, oh, I need weapons. I need weapons. I need weapons. Motherfucker, you got the best wide receiver in the league.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were allowed to cuss or not, but yeah.
I let it slip in every once in a while. I try to limit it.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't care if it's every once in a while. But okay, but I do agree. Carr needs to get more vocal. He needs to speak up. He needs to defend himself because his rep's going to look bad if he doesn't start defending himself.
Yes.
If he starts doing this blame me crap. And here's the thing. It might actually help them because, we've been talking about the absence of Gruden. Carr needs to turn into a mini Gruden on the sidelines.
Yes.
He needs to turn into Rivers, yell at the refs because they got a BS call, Yep. Yell at the receiver, not making the right route, I do agree, but I'll let you get to the Super, but I have a question for you a little bit later.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Do you think Carr's poor play, maybe it's not all on him. Maybe it's the receivers and the O-line. I know you lean towards that. But do you think we have at least learned that Carr is not elite, as in he could overcome shitty things around him as far as a roster?
Mm-hmm.
He's just average or maybe above average. Would you agree with that? He's proven to not be elite because, in my opinion, I know he's in a bad spot, but if he was elite, I still think you pull out some points in this scenario.
I think he's better than average, but that's me, bro.
I like he's above. You think he's elite?
I think Carr's better than average. I've said he is elite, yes.
But you still think he's elite?
Right now, at this point, no, he's not proving that. If I were to say he's elite right now, he would make me look bad. It's that simple. But I think he's better than average, bro. And the reason I say that, just to try to sit here and defend myself real quick, Deshaun Watson, what did he do what did he do for his team? They didn't win. They weren't winning. Just think about it. They were not winning.
And he had better receivers than Carr last year. I will say that.
I'm not comparing the two. I don't think Derek Carr is, better than Deshaun Watson by miles or anything like that. Deshaun Watson is definitely mobile. He could throw it downfield. He can escape the pocket. He could do what he needs to do. But what I'm saying is you just got to think about it. There's guys out there that, yes, they can get it done with next to nothing. But who are those guys, Wi-Fi? Who would you say can get it done? What quarterback can get it done without any weapons?
Without any weapons. Okay, so
in the middle of the pack defense.
2019 week 2, I went to the Raiders versus Chiefs game, and Mahomes had a bad first quarter. He didn't have Tyreek Hill, and Demarcus Robertson got 3 touchdowns against us. Granted, we had a trash defense in 2019, but that was an instance, where he elevated the, he made Demarcus Robinson look like an elite receiver. Now, do I think he does that all the time? No, I think he plays worse when he doesn't have Tyreek Hill. And I do agree, it's hard to make this comparison. The only comparison you can make in recent time maybe is Matthew Stafford, but like we've said before, you still got people like Galladay, you still got some weapons. Yeah. There's really no comparison for Carr's receivers because it's tough for me to answer that, and I think you're right. I can't really name another person off the top. I could only name specific games. So I have Mahomes week 2, 2019 against us. And then I also have 2019 Aaron Rodgers against us. He didn't have no Devontae Adams. I think he didn't even have, he did have Aaron Jones still. But he made Scantling and he made Kumaro look dope against us.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. 100% right.
Those are two very elite QBs.
Then again, though, you got to think about it, man. Rodgers has a top 10 defense like every single year. So when when we're playing the Packers, our offense is facing a top 10 defense. When Rodgers was playing us, one of the best quarterbacks of our generation, playing the worst defense in franchise history,
Conley and Worley.
It's gonna look a little, it's gonna look a little lopsided. I mean, can we say that?
No, I mean that's true. Like it's hard to compare because we had a bad defense, and generally I still think they don't perform well without their top weapons. I mean, I do think that's true.
Sandra says Jacobs is burnt out running back. He wasn't healthy coming into the draft and was overused by Gruden. I mean, potentially true. He doesn't even look like he has any type of spark, any type of burst. I mean, we've seen his best run probably was yesterday, and it was like a 15-yard run.
Yeah, you wonder, okay, Did we run him into the ground? Because Gruden, I remember the Panthers game last year. He gave him like 30 rushing attempts, and I was like, dude, like, why are you doing this so early?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know. I don't know what that's all about, man. Honestly. But let's get to the Mariota thing.
let me grab
What
a
was
I'm
the
gonna grab a glass of water real quick though, because my throat's all jacked up.
All right,
From
go ahead, brother. I'm going to pull up some. I want to bring up some things as far as but Sandra says, okay, yeah, I read that super chat. I'm tripping. But yeah, Jacobs is definitely not looking the same. Definitely not looking the same. But I want to bring up this Mariota depth chart real quick when he played for the Titans, just to have an idea of what it looked like. So if I could just add this to the stream. All right. Quarterback, blah, 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 roster. So Marcus Mariota, this was the last season Marcus Mariota played for the Titans, was 2019. So we had A.J. Brown, rookie A.J. Brown out there, Derrick Henry on that team, Corey Davis, Tajay Sharp, Jonnu Smith, okay, McCall Pruitt, Taylor Lewan, Roger Saffold, Ben Jones, Nate Davis, Jack Conklin. So Mariota had some decent weapons when he was over there.
well,
Derrick Henry, 1,500 yards. A.J. Brown, rookie with 1,000, almost 1,100 yards. You got Corey Davis with 600, Tajay with 300.
he wasn't healthy though. He wasn't healthy.
Who?
Mariota. Even at the start of the 2019 season, he wasn't 100%. And think about it. In 2020, we let him rest for like, 6 or 8 games.
Yeah.
If you remember, and I remember being like, I remember Gruden was pissed because Gruden wanted a legit QB competition.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like, well, Mariota's been pretty much on IR.
Yeah.
So we wasted like, the $10 million we gave him or whatever,
Basically. So that
But
was
I see what you're saying. So
bad
2018.
management. But here's 2018. You got Mariota. He threw for 2,500 yards. Game started. He started 13 games. Threw for 2,500 yards. He rushed for 350. Henry had 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Corey Davis had 891. Tajay had 300. Jonnu had 250. And then the offensive line looked pretty solid. Jack Conklin, Taylor Lewan, of course, Quentin Spain, Ben Jones, all pretty
That's
well
a good
known.
O-line.
Yeah, Josh Klein, pretty. That's a good offensive line. So I mean, it's not like I don't know. And where the Titans go? 9-7 in the AFC South.
Was that the year they 2017 was the year they beat the Chiefs in wild card, right? They beat Alex Smith. Mariota did.
Let me see.
So that was his best like recent year, I think.
2017, they were 9-7. Yeah, they won in the wild card 22-21 against Kansas City. Then they lost to the Patriots 14-35.
Now that's the game that gives everybody hope, Braid. I mean, that's the game that everybody looks at and says,
Really?
"Well, he could beat Kansas City."
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't personally, I'm not fully bought in, but I'm just trying to give.
Yeah. He rushed for 300
to
this year, threw for 3,200. Damn, they had DeMarco Murray. He didn't have
That was before
nothing.
Derrick Henry, huh?
Huh?
That was before Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah, DeMarco is 29.
They had Corey Davis, rookie, Rashard Matthews, bro, Jonnu, Delaney Walker at 807 yards. They had a good offensive line still. That offensive line is stacked. I mean,
that's
at
a
this
good
point,
squad, but decent receivers. Not great.
Yeah. At this point, it's let me see if I can change this real quick. At this point, brother, I don't know. I don't think Mariota is the answer, obviously, but I don't know what we do, man. I think we build, I've already said it. I think what we do is we just go out there and we build on what we have. I think if we blow this whole thing up, it would take that much longer. But if we want to go the other route and blow it up, I say we just start trading everything away and hold on to a lot of the defensive pieces. Basically, just rewrite the offense, but just build the defense. You know, you have Yannick, you have Crosby, you have Merrick, Abram, Mullen, Casey could stay another year. Perriman's still on contract. Littleton, I think next year you'll be able to cut him, but he's still over there. What would you need? A defensive tackle, a stud linebacker, and maybe another corner. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Build that defense up, bro. Build the defense up. Turn that offense into a power running football team, and just do that, and then start building into the pass game. Because even if you bring in a rookie quarterback, why would you want to bring him into a situation to where the defense isn't really going to help him as far as the defense? It's not going to help him get the ball back, and then he's not going to have a running game, and he won't have offensive line that's going to block. So you expect a rookie quarterback to come in here and change the whole situation. It's not going to work. So that's why I think we need to start by building that defense up. Because think about it, like you said earlier, just in a year span, we turned this defense from the worst in franchise history to the best we've had in the past probably 10 years.
Oh yeah, for
right?
sure. Yeah,
So
yeah.
so with that right there, why not just continue to stack them blocks on the defense, right? Put them in a position to where now they could be legitimate top 10, top 12, top 10, like without a doubt. You're never dropping out of that range. And then build that run game. Just build the run game up. Jacobs isn't going anywhere. Drake
He
isn't
still
going
has one more
anywhere.
year.
You know what I mean? So keep those guys. We have a first-round draft pick in Miller. We have a first-round draft pick in Leatherwood. Good should come back off of injury. Andre James is staying the center. I mean, he's going to stay the center at this point. You wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe you switch him out, but I don't see why.
There's too much dead money. I think we're stuck with him for like another year, no matter what.
So all you would have to do if Good comes back is really all you'd have to do is get a guard. You would have to get a guard to replace Richie Incognito.
Illuminor was looking there on the sidelines like he wanted a shot too. And I don't know what happened with that. We were all high on Illuminor.
Yeah.
And then I know that Simpson got hurt. But was he that hurt? It felt like they just put in Simmons because they want to try it.
With Illuminor, I believe it was because he was terrible at run blocking.
Terrible at run blocking. All right.
They were upset because he was terrible at run blocking. But I don't see how bad he could be at run blocking if, we're 29th in rushing. So I'm not really sure how that goes. But
I think Mark Davis likes Carr more than Mayock. I like that. That's just
I think that feeling. Too. I think it too. So
yeah. So and I also think that I think you're right in the sense that like we still have a shot. I think people are frustrated and they would rather rebuild. But is there a super you want to go to?
No. I was saying I like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up the Raiders roster, and then let's go ahead and go down the roster and see how many guys we would actually keep if we were to switch it out. Let's go ahead and do this.
But here's what I'm saying: if you rebuild, people aren't going to be buying tickets.
Well, that's another thing. Around and can he build that? No, I don't trust Mayock. I don't trust Mayock. You can go back to Mayock's draft picks, and that's the fun thing about having Mayock is we can go back and we can go see who he would have drafted for us, right? I think he had us drafting Mike McGlinchey over Miller. One season, I think he had us. Did he have us drafting a quarterback one year? No, I don't think so. I don't think he ever had us drafting a quarterback. But let me go ahead and pull that roster up. Let's go ahead and go down this list real quick and see. Let's see how far Freddie I'm fine with growing.
Okay, but let's see who we keep for next year. Because if you're talking about 2 or 3 years, I have completely different, perspective. Because if you're just talking about 1 year, there's certain people I'm going to keep for just 1 year, like Jacobs.
Talking about for the long run, right?
Well, if you want to talk about long run, that gets complicated. We want to
keep these guys around so we can continue building the team.
But I'm just saying, like 2022. That's where I'm going to go with it because it's easier for me to.
All right, let's go.
Let's
get it. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and do a rebuild. We're about to do a little mini, maybe not even a rebuild. We're just going to do a little mini, a little spring cleaning for the winter. Wi-Fi is right about Carr. He sent scouts to. You're just saying he sent scouts to see quarterbacks?
What part was I right about? Because I have a very mixed.
Wi-Fi is right about Carr.
I'm 50-50 with a lot of this.
To see quarterbacks.
Now I'm saying in practice. I think he's maybe talking about what I was saying earlier, which is that we don't know how well Carr or Mariota is doing in practice. So we don't know if there's a feeling, because when Waller complimented Mariota after the Chargers game last year, it seems like he was happy to see him get a shot, and he even said, "We see him ball out in practice."
Yeah. Let's see what we got. So here we go. We'll start with the quarterback. Boom. Let's just scratch off Derek Carr. We don't have Derek Carr anymore.
Next year, we don't have Derek Carr. Okay.
Let's
What
see.
if we draft somebody and let him sit behind Derek Carr for your Alex Smith Mahomes situation?
Would we do that though?
I mean, I think that's the consensus these days because the Bears wanted to do that with Justin Fields, and Andy Dalton just ended up getting hurt.
Justin Fields is looking pretty tough right now. So Justin Fields is looking pretty tough right now. Oh, Mayock likes Carr less.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think Mark Davis does. So who would we draft, right?
I've looked at like the list of the top
Yeah.
QBs, but I haven't like watched their games, and
who would we draft, right? Who is the top? Let's see, who are the top? How would we do this?
There's Spencer Rattler, Carson Strong was in the mix.
Matt Corral. Everybody wants to get that dude, Matt Corral.
Yeah, the guy from
Matt
Liberty.
Corral?
No, he's not from Liberty. I just there's nobody as high as. I mean, last year the QBs were doing so well in college football. Like everybody knew about him. Like everybody knew who Mac Jones was. Like these people were just way more electric last year.
Let's see. Yeah, the draft class for quarterback last year was deep. So let's see. This right here, PFF just put out a mock draft 6 hours ago. And let's just look at the quarterbacks real quick.
More
no quarterbacks in the top 10. I don't see one quarterback yet. Oh, okay. Here we go. First quarterback off the board. Let me pull this up a little bit closer for you guys. There you go. Can you see that?
And I see a comment about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is not going to want to come here, bro. I'm sorry. He's not going to want to come here.
That's interesting. Is that the first quarterback off the board? Linebacker, lineman, edge.
Dude, it's a bad quarterback class.
Dang, bro. The first quarterback comes off in the 10th round. This is PFF's mock draft. So it could be completely bullshit. Washington football team, Sam Howell from North Carolina. So say we bring in a Sam whatever. Okay,
so there's no big quarterback from an elite university.
Malik Willis.
Like there was last year. Yeah,
so there's the quarterbacks there. There's the quarterbacks. Y'all want to get a sneak peek at Malik Willis?
Yeah, you can't do that in the NFL. Oh, I'm gonna get some more water. Come on.
Oh, snap. So that's basically our quarterback options if we wanted to draft one. It would be this dude right here, Malik Willis, Matt Corral, or Sam Howell. White Tyson, draft Garrett Wilson for wide receiver this year, keep Carr, then sell the house for number 1 pick CJ Stroud, quarterback in 2023. So if we were to look.
No, we can't be rebuilding like that, dude. We need to make money off our stadium. We just opened.
Yeah.
Like that's another side that people need to look at. Like you think Mark Davis wants to freaking go rebuild? Like you want to know how much tickets were right before the game? I checked ticket prices right before the game on StubHub. Want to know how much they were? Guess.
Expensive?
No, it was $75.
For where?
For the game yesterday in Vegas.
$75?
And okay, if you bought the ticket like an hour or two before the game.
I mean, that's
what you're supposed to do, right? That's a smart way to do it. That's what people who want the cheapest tickets usually do.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so I always check the prices right before the game. When we're hot, they're like $200 right before the game.
Yeah.
They're $75 right now. So if we go into another rebuild, we can't be selling tickets. Tickets can't be going on the market like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worse.
White Tyson draft Garrett Wilson for wide receiver this year. Keep Carr and sell the house for number 1 pick. CJ Stroud quarterback in 2023. It's just too much. It's hard, man. Start Mariota versus Cowgirls. That's what I think. Start Mariota versus the Cowboys. Yes.
Really? No, give Carr one more shot.
No.
He needs one more shot.
That's bullshit.
He needs one more shot.
No.
He's earned his shot.
He's earned
his one more
bro,
shot.
He's played, bro. He played these 3 games. He's already. This was his shot.
But he's had too much. Like even though I think he's not playing well, he's had too much bullshit go on. Like nobody could come back from all the stuff that it would be crazy to come back from that. But he's at a point now where he knows it's all or nothing. Even last week, it was still like, oh, we got a chance still. Yeah, we lost to a good team, the Chiefs, or the Giants game. It was like, oh, the rug situation, whatever. So those 2 losses were like excused in a way.
Yeah.
And now this was the loss against the Bengals where it's like, you're at home, you should beat this team, yada, yada. It's already been a few weeks since the Ruggs thing. Now he knows it's all or nothing.
He knew it was all or nothing, bro. I think
it wasn't all or nothing. Dude, the reaction now is hella different than last week.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, people were hella heated at him.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to last week, people were still like, the refs were not being fair. And he was kind of screwed. Deshaun Jackson screwed up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. How much do you think a person can take before they lose hope, though?
I think Carr is and look, I'm not a religious guy, and I don't mind if people are religious. I think it's great. I think Carr is so super religious where he always has hope.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and it might even be kind of not rational. You know?
When he goes up on the podium, he's like, yeah, I feel like this team's different. We have the talent, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's bullshit. Bull fucking shit, bro. There's no way you can sit here on the podium and be like, this team has talent. This team does not have talent, bro.
No, on offense, it doesn't have as much talent as last year.
No, bro. We lost talent. I don't understand how people think we could still do good when losing talent.
And I kind of like Devontae Booker over Drake.
No, I don't. No.
He had a better O-line, so it's hard to compare.
Yeah, bro. Nah.
But I don't know. What if, and this is for the chat too.
Mm-hmm.
What if Carr goes in to Arlington, Texas, and the Cowboys don't have Cooper and they don't have CeeDee Lamb? Their offense is stagnant. And what if Carr puts up 28 points, 21 points, and it's enough to get the win? Then what do we think? Because then you got Washington football team next, and then you got the Chiefs again. So there's still a window of opportunity, in some respects. And I know I sound crazy, but what if he does it? What if he pulls this off Thursday?
Yeah.
Then what do you say? And I'm asking the chat too. You know what I mean?
What would I say at that point? Here's Jordan Davis. Some people were saying draft him, defensive line, defensive tackle, 6'6", 340 pounds.
It's not a big if, because in 2018, Carr had a horrible team. And the team was completely demoralized. We just traded Cooper and Mack. Yeah. And he found a way to beat AB and the Steelers late in the season when it didn't matter. We will not lose every game the rest of this year, as long as Carr is quarterback, in my opinion. Now, do I think we're going to go to the playoffs? Probably not. No. But there is still a chance.
Yeah. So stop making excuses for Carr, bro. He is a professional and has already had too many chances. Or is he talking to me? Am I making excuses?
I think I'm making excuses. So here's what I'll say. We can go down the list of several QBs who have gotten second chances after doing horribly and have turned it around. You know what I mean? There's been tons of people. I mean, Tannehill is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think the thing is with Carr, it's just he's been the face of the franchise so long where people just associate losing with Carr. I mean, straight up.
Yeah, most definitely. That's what people do, I think, So it says Doc said we need to draft Malik Willis. I don't know.
I don't know if
I'm not big on mobile quarterbacks. I'm not really big on mobile quarterbacks. I feel like if you could run like that, you're never going to win a Super Bowl.
I feel like you're gonna get hurt, and then it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Look at Joe Burrow. He was already out a whole year in a short career.
He said Tyrod Johnson, what's up? He's a practice squad guy. The thing is, I don't understand why we bring in Deshaun Jackson. He's not playing.
And he's supposed to be a veteran who knows a playbook already,
Yeah.
bro. And he was already with the Rams,
Yeah.
who runs Gruden's offense. So he should know the plays. I'm talking about Deshaun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
High Five Freddy says Carr has been a good quarterback, not great. What has he done with us since he got here? I mean, if I say anything, it's gonna be. I feel like people will ask a question and then they'll be like, "That's an excuse," or "That's blah blah blah." And it's like they just said he's fourth in most passing yards for a quarterback in his first 8 years or something like that.
Oh, he's one of 4 QBs to go like over 3,000 in their first 8 years.
3,000?
Yeah, like only 4 other.
Or was it 30,000?
I think it's only 3 other QBs have gotten more
30,000
than
yards
3,000
in a
yards
year?
in 8 straight years.
Oh, 3,000. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Because he passed 3,000, so that was part of it.
He says, "I like Mariota in Thanksgiving game, and Carr comes off the bench."
Well, yeah. What if we start Mariota? He does so bad at that Carr. Dude, Carr will be so pissed. I mean, oh my god.
That would be a complete. Yeah, we would have to blow the team up at that point. You can't bench Carr and then Mariota come in and does so bad to where you're like, all right, we got to put Carr back in. Can you imagine? Oh my god, bro.
You can't do that, bro. You can't do that.
We'd be backpedaling like a mug, bro. We'd be backpedaling so bad if we did that. I don't think people will realize that. Like, damn, imagine I never thought about that, bro. I never thought about that.
Yeah, nobody's questioning, like, what if Mariota just does so bad?
Yeah. Damn,
that's possible too.
I don't think he would do that bad, honestly. I
don't think so either.
Bad. I just don't think it would be any better. Like, I don't think we've been here. I think the Raiders got lucky going up against a hurt offense.
When this past week?
Or get lucky going up against her offense? You talking about the Cowboys?
Oh, yeah, because they don't have CD and Cooper.
Are we in line to get a compository pick next year? I don't think so.
No, who do we trade? Well, maybe. I wonder what the Gabe and Rodney.
What trade? What would give us a compository pick? The Perriman trade?
No, it wouldn't be that one. If anything, we the Panthers would get a compensatory.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So
pick, but,
yeah, we wouldn't get one.
Well, for the people that we traded away, if Hudson.
That's
Gabe
right,
Jackson.
Hudson and Gabe Jackson. Oh yeah,
yeah. Maybe since they started all the games, we get something.
Toshi says our team is not that bad. We just have pieces that are crucial where we are bad. That's what I think, but I'm trying to change the narrative because I'm not trying to be a Carr-loving excuse maker. You know what I mean? Like,
well, here's the thing. Okay, Carr might not be the guy in the future, and I'm talking to the chat now because people are all saying, "Oh," and look, I've turned into a Carr defender because I kind of always naturally go against what everybody is saying. So if everybody's a Carr lover, I'll even criticize Carr, and if everybody,
most definitely. Yeah. And it's like I was saying, like the beginning of the year, everybody was saying he's MVP caliber, blah blah, and I would say go against it. No, hold on. He's out there playing with what he has, and this is not sustainable. We're not supposed to be doing this. He's not supposed to be passing like this. This is how our offense is built. And this is we see.
All right, so people say people say Carr had 8 years of chances. Let's go through every single year of Carr's career. 2014, you have the trash team. James Jones is your number one receiver. Michael Riviera, your defense is a joke. A freaking 45-year-old Charles Woodson is the best player on the defense. That's 2014. 2015, you bring in a new coach, JDR.
Hold up. I got you, brother.
And a new GM. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know all this stuff off the top of my head, but this is great to have here. New GM. This is 2014.
Dang, bro, we were 31st in offense, 32nd in defense.
Yeah, he came to a horrible team. He wasn't like Mac Jones coming into a good team.
Oh no. a 7-time Super or 6-time Super Bowl winning team in the past freaking 15 years. So this is what Derek Carr. So let's go over. Derek Carr joined this team 2013, right?
No, 14.
No, I'm just saying like
Oh,
this is what
he
he
joined the
got
team.
drafted to. Like in the offseason, this was the team that was moving forward, right?
Oh, did you see that super chat? Wave sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Cruise control. They should have gave Gus the job for interim. He has head coaching experience because Bisaccia looks like a deer in headlights. You know, we talked about that, and it's a good topic because my theory on the Gus Bradley thing was like, I don't want to be head coach of this ship and it go down because then I lose my opportunity on being head coach somewhere else.
Right.
That was my kind of idea about it. Another idea of it was Olsen hasn't been a head coach. Marinelli has been a head coach, but it was a long time ago for the Lions, and ever since then, he's been kind of going backwards. Like he was a head coach, then he became coordinator, now he's a positions coach.
Then he's old.
And then we have Tom Cable. He's a position coach. Tom Cable, I'm not a fan of Tom Cable. I'll just say that. I'm not a fan of Tom Cable. I do not like Tom Cable. He needs to get the hell out of here. He's a terrible offensive line coach. Anybody want to dispute me on that, go ahead. We can go ahead.
He's working with scraps now. He made Sam Young look
two
good.
first-round draft picks and every single guy on this offensive line. We drafted these guys.
Simpson, he messed up on Simpson.
Third round pick. Brandon Parker's a third-round pick, bro. John Simpson's a third-round pick. The only guy on this team that's not a third-round pick or better is Andre James, and he was an unrestricted free agent. And
that's pretty good. If you can have an undrafted center start for you at center, I mean that's pretty good.
But is it good?
And he has two guards on IR. He has two guards on IR.
Hold on, brother. Is he good though?
James, no, he's not good.
Okay, there's my point.
But he's a starting center. He's still a starting center.
It doesn't matter, bro. Zay Jones is starting at wide receiver.
But I do think James could start, be the 32nd best center. He's still the 31st or 32nd, or else Nick Martin would be in front of him.
I mean, okay. Let's say at this. Okay, he's last in the NFL at being center. I mean,
if you're undrafted and you're a starter, that's still good.
I don't know, man. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like you're undrafted. That's good. You're undrafted. You know what I mean?
Usually, you get nothing out of undrafted.
Yeah, that's good. But I think it's kind of just like a reach on that point. Like, yeah, he's pretty good.
I am reaching. You're right. I'm reaching.
He's last. He's last in the NFL. I mean, if you put Nick Martin in, he would wouldn't be last. He'd probably be like 25th.
You never. I don't know. I think they're not putting Nick in for a reason. Because why not sit James another year?
Why sit James though? Like this would be his team at this point. This would be his team. Why would you wait on Rodney Hudson? Wasn't he the backup to Rodney Hudson, right?
Yeah.
Why would you bring a guy in at that point? Like you're paying Rodney Hudson. We're still paying Rodney Hudson, bro.
That's true.
Why would you go pay another center to come in while you're paying your center to go out, and you have a guy that's been on the bench for 3 years?
You still got to have an insurance policy, though.
At center. So, you know what I mean? It's just Tom Cable trash, bro. Tom Cable trash. Straight garbage. Every single one of these offensive linemen have been with him their whole NFL career.
Okay, so he was doing good last year. Tom Cable did well last year.
No, he didn't.
He made Sam Young. We didn't have a right tackle the whole year.
The offensive line was not that good. That's one piece, though, bro. That's one piece. We still had Richie Incognito, Rodney Hudson, Gabe Jackson.
We didn't have Richie last year.
Incognito. We still had Rodney Hudson and Gabe Jackson with good. And we had Colin Miller. So really only Sam Young had to be, Sam Young was the right tackle anchor, and he still got demolished. Sam Young was getting destroyed, bro. Destroyed.
After he got injured, yeah, that's true.
He was getting destroyed, bro. Wave says, can you guys see the Raiders getting Devontae Adams in free agency and possibly pulling Alvin Kamara out of – oh, hell no. Alvin Kamara's not going anywhere, bro. Devontae Adams, I asked this question earlier, and I was like, do we get Devontae Adams without Derek Carr?
No, it's not going to – even with Derek Carr, with Derek Carr, can we get him?
Yeah. It would
I don't
be.
think we could
That's
get
what
him
I
with
think.
Derek Carr. Why would Devontae want to come to the Raiders with all the BS going on?
Yeah.
And you got to play against the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Steven says, how many times has Carr learned a new system and has had the team blown apart and has never had a defense? I'll say one thing. This doesn't even have to do with Carr. Our franchise has no consistency whatsoever.
We had consistency under Gruden since 2018.
Yeah.
I mean, we still
I
had it
agree.
there. And then JDR, you still have 3 years. That's still better than a lot of QBs get. I mean, think about the Lions, a team like that. Like, you're shuffling out every year. The whole new
Simpson was a
staff.
fourth round pick.
Okay.
Okay. Look
So
up
that makes
TJ
Cable look
Stroud
good.
game logs. Wait for him. Have a plan to replace Carr. Don't do it out of emotion, even if it's not Stroud. Look at KC with Smith. They had a team, though. That's
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
were
saying.
ready.
The Chiefs already had a team.
They're
The
already
Chiefs
in the
already had a
playoffs.
team. You said what?
They were already in the playoffs.
Exactly. They already had a
With
team. They
Smith.
already had players. They already had, what I mean, all these guys in place. They already had a defense in place.
The Reed had already been there for a long time.
Yes. Now you're gonna bring in a new. Yeah, it's not the same. Like we can't compare. We can't even compare. If you want to sit here and my thing is, if you compare our team to another team in this instance, then you have to do it now. So take Tyreek Hill and Andy Reid away from the Chiefs. Do you see them losing more games or winning more games?
No, they're going to lose they're going to lose a ton. Even
Yeah.
with their team is so good. Who's that QB who won the playoff game for them against the Browns last year?
The
Or
Browns?
Chad Henne or something like that. But you know,
Was it?
their
Case
squad was
Keenum?
so good that a backup QB beat the Browns in the playoffs with them last year.
Chad Henne for the Chiefs. Yeah.
Or it was some.
Yeah.
It might be him. It was someone.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. But you know what I'm saying?
No, it was Chad Henne. It was Chad Henne.
It
Beat
was?
him in the
Okay.
playoffs. So at that point, would you say that they don't need Mahomes?
Well, shit. I mean, I think Peterman could probably win that playoff game if Chad Henne can with that squad.
Yeah, if Carr is not producing, they need to sit his ass, period. Yeah. I mean, at what point? So if we just kept choosing, if instead of say we just kept rotating quarterbacks, not fixing anything else, we didn't add any wide receivers or any offensive line. We just changed out the quarterback every single year and who's trolling, bro? Someone says Brandon, stop trolling, Brandon. Where's this Brandon do that? Oh, Brandon Scott. Bench Carr now. All right. I mean, we're talking about it, bro. Chill.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I don't think we're going to be better with benching Carr, but we got to. But I think if it keeps going bad, for the fans, we got to find out.
Yeah. Shin Chan says Green Bay winning Super Bowl. They are a Super Bowl favorite right now for sure with that defense. They're not
the Rams, maybe too. I mean, it's NFC is tough. I wouldn't want to be in the NFC.
No, bro. As long as they got Matthew Stafford, the Rams ain't doing shit. They fucked up.
Oh, here we go. All right, we'll see.
I said it last year, bro. They went and traded it for him. Now they went and got him. Now all of a sudden, it's starting to tailor off. It's not looking as well.
And he's at what if they blame losing Robert Woods, bro?
You lose Robert Woods and get OBJ. Imagine that.
I know.
Motherfucker, bro.
That's because they don't have Deshaun Jackson, bro.
All right, let's go over this real quick. 2014, we drafted Derek Carr. We were 3-13 that year. The roster. Can we look at the roster? How do we look at the roster on this thing?
Dang, Edwards really had 0 catches yesterday. Damn.
Yeah, bro. The only receiver to have catches was Renfro. Oh, no. Zay Jones got 1 for 20. All right, I can't see the depth chart. But we had 2 coaches this year. Derek Carr had 2 coaches this year, and Dennis Allen and Tony Sperano. In 2015, we went 7-9 the very next year.
Yeah, that's a pretty good turnaround, actually.
With Bill Musgraves. We had the 17th ranked offense and the 22nd ranked defense.
Well, we made a bunch of signings. That's when we got Crabtree, right? That's when we got Cooper.
We were 6th in passing touchdowns.
Oh, damn. I think is this when we started having Latavius? I think yeah.
Okay, so it was 7-9. So Carr's first year 3-13, second year 7-9, third year 12-4. You had the same coach for 2 years. You had the same offensive coordinator again. This year we went. Damn, we had the 20th ranked defense and the 7th ranked offense. 13th in passing yards, 8th in passing touchdowns, 6th in rushing yards, 6th in rushing touchdowns.
I like Latavius Murray, and then Carr was pissed when they let him go.
Yeah, I like Tay. I think we had a good backfield.
And he balled out with the Saints for a little bit.
Yep. And then 2017 is when things were like, what? 6-10. We got rid of our offensive coordinator for Todd Downing. For Todd fucking Downing. You know where Todd Downing is right now?
I forget. No, where's he
Right
at?
here with Tennessee.
And he's the coordinator?
Tennessee. Yeah, he's the
So Mike
offensive
Vrabel trusted him. I think Mike Vrabel's a good coach.
But check this out.
That's pretty trippy, actually. The 2016 with Andrew Walter had more heart than this team. Come on, bro. I watched those games. Andrew Walter didn't have no heart.
Todd Downing right here. So this is Ryan Tannehill with Todd Downing. $35 of 52, 323 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 picks.
That's one game though.
That's one game without Derrick Henry, bro.
But they won last week and they didn't have Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'm saying this is one game though. That I'm like showing you. This is one game to where he threw 4 picks.
I mean, I'd have to watch the game. I mean, I don't think. I mean, what? So you're saying that like Todd Downing can't make up for the loss of Derrick Henry?
Yes, I'm definitely saying that. 100%.
But didn't they win last week? And they didn't.
That's
have
one
Derrick Henry.
game, bro. How many times have we seen times where a new quarterback comes in, a new head coach, they lose a player, and then they win that first game, but then after that, it just looks like complete garbage. I mean, we did it. We lost. Gruden won 2 games and lost the last 3.
Yeah, it depends on who you play.
And this is what I mean. Say we take out Carr, we put in Mariota. Yeah, we might win that first game. It might look good, but then after that, it's not going to be the same. The spark,
once you play elite teams, yeah.
Come on. And not only that, bro, this is the fucking Texans, Wi-Fi.
Hey, the Texans has been showing some heart randomly this year.
Bro, he threw 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
It's because they got that run game, bro.
40 yards for 18.
40 yards. Okay, never mind. I tried to defend him. All right, so the offense of the Titans lost the game. They threw picks. They made it easy for the Texans to score.
We switch over to Todd Downing, and our offense goes 23rd. Turns into 23rd. Very next year, 2018, we get a new head coach. We get a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. We go for
okay. We're rebuilding though.
Rebuilding. Defense was last in the league. Second time Derek Carr had the last defense in the league. 28th offense.
We had freaking Frosty Rucker starting defensive end.
Wow, that's sad, bro. Very next year, 7-9. So this is like kind of the direction in the Carr's first stint with Del Rio. 7-9, same head coach, same offensive coordinator. Now we're 8-8. 8-8.
Okay.
Offense ranked 10th. Defense is 30th. I mean, we're 7th in passing yards, 11th in touchdowns, 14th in yards rushing, 6th in rushing touchdowns. And then here we are this year. 2 different head coaches.
Hey, Gruden at least has the winning record over Bisaccia.
18. We're 18th in offense, 25th in defense. It says we're ranked 25th in defense.
Really? I think we're ranked better than that.
You sure?
Well, oh, okay. Before the Chiefs game, we were. I think the Chiefs game, our numbers got all torn up.
Yeah. And then we just gave up 41. Then we give up 32. So with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
right there, bro, our rushing. Here's our rushing attack: 29th in attempts, 28th in yards, 18th in touchdowns.
we're not getting touchdowns. That is the problem. Like the red zone, we can move the ball, but we just cannot score. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like whenever we get the closer we get to the goal line of the opposing team,
Yeah.
the more we self destruct. Like
Yeah.
it's insane, and it's not all players. You know, some of it's play calling, but it's definitely a combo. Like something happens, like those little shovel passes to the running backs, like stuff like that is going to happen when we get closer to the goal line.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Jerome right here, man. I agree with him. He says, I'm not saying it's all Carr. He said we got to do better drafting. That's one of our biggest issues. At this point, we need so much. Where do we start? Coaching sucks. No wide receivers. Our defense is sus. I think our defense is suspect, but I think that's because we're in the middle of the pack, right? This is our first year with a new DC. He's building what he wants. He picked up a lot of guys that he's familiar with. I think if we continue letting him build, it could turn into, a better than middle of the pack defense, right? Also, the rest of this is just 100% true. There's nothing else, no wide receivers. We have no wide receivers. I mean,
We will have more cap next year, even if we just keep everybody because of the Rodney Hudson dead money and the John Brown dead money. Like that's going to open up at least like 10 million cap. So we could actually keep everybody and then get an additional receiver in free agency.
Yeah. So here's our wide receivers right here.
Damn, we signed Bidet just to put him on IR. Damn.
Yeah. So here's our wide receivers: Dylan Stoner, Hunter Renfrow, Zay Jones, Deshaun Jackson, and Brian Edwards.
Yeah. Even with Ruggs, I was always like, outside of Ruggs, unless Edwards is hot, it's not good.
Yeah. I agree, Jerome. That's what I've been saying. This issue will always be bad coaching. David says Matt Flynn is our savior.
He's clowning.
Yeah, he's trolling for sure.
Do you think Edwards is better than McCall Hardman?
No.
But they're different styles, so it's hard to compare.
No, and the reason I say no, and I understand, I agree. There are different styles, and the reason I say no is because Hardman has speed.
Yeah, that's
at that
huge.
point. Hardman has speed. You could just send him. You could just send him flying down the field and just chuck it up at least, and he'll get separation. Nobody's keeping up with him.
Especially the crossing routes.
I think you would be able to replace Ruggs easily, just like that, just because how fast he is.
And then, we tried to do the jet sweep to Brian Edwards. If we did that jet sweep to McCall Hardman, we're getting that first down.
He's gone, bro. He's at least getting 2 yards, and he'll just run out of bounds. Nobody's going to catch him on that. He could literally run backwards a little bit and just go around people and then come back. You know what I mean? Like, he could bounce it out just a little bit deeper in the backfield. So, yeah, I think McCall Hardman is better than Edwards, in my opinion.
We've gotten to the messed up part of the season where I'm complimenting the Chiefs players.
Zay was a second-round pick. We didn't draft him. So this is what frustrates me, and what I try to tell people and have people understand is we traded for Zay Jones. And this is an organization thing, right? We trade for this dude, Zay Jones. And then their team, they turn around and trade for Stephon Diggs. Why the fuck did we trade for Zay Jones? Why?
We were desperate at that point because that was when Tyrell and AB went down. So we were desperate.
Bro, but the thing is, who cares, bro? He's not going to fix the problem. That's my thing. If something's not going to fix the problem, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't know. I'm a mechanic, bro. When I was in the military, I was a diesel mechanic. I would work on cars myself doing LS swaps. I'm not going to go grab a part if it's not going to fix the fucking problem. That doesn't make sense. I'm not going to use my money, my resources, or anything if it's not going to fix the problem. At that point, I'm going to stop. I'm going to look at what's wrong here. What's wrong with the car? I mean,
Freudian slip. But anyways,
I can't even. What are we doing here? I think Carr has the power to elevate players, but the talent and speed is just not there. Also, I don't think you caught my other super chat. Let me see, brother.
Here's what I'll say, though. I'll say Gruden, 4 wins in 2018. 2019, your top 2 receivers go out. He was desperate. So he went out and traded for Trevor Davis. He went out and traded for Zay Jones. Because maybe we should have just got some free agents. Who knows? But we needed to do something because he didn't want to repeat a 4-win season.
Most definitely.
Like he did the year before.
But I feel like we do stuff to try to buffer that. It's like, well, we did do this, we did do that, so then we should have won. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
I mean, we couldn't have predicted the AB thing. We couldn't have predicted that. That was almost as bad as the Ruggs thing.
Yeah, I agree. 100% agree. He said, I might have missed your super. I don't see it, bro. What time did you put it at? I don't think I've seen another super from you.
People, someone in the comment, bruh, Trevor Davis.
Oh, losing Ruggs was more impactful than we expected. We got Djax, but he can't play 75% of the snaps. With no speed at any level, what can you do? I don't know. My thing is, people think that having Zay Jones, like, I don't know, we're supposed to do something like that. It's not going to work out. But let's get back to it, man. I definitely, while you're on here, I do want to talk about this. We kind of skipped over it earlier and kind of appreciate the super chat, brother. I think Carr has the power to elevate players, but the talent and speed is not there. Also, I don't think you caught my other super chat yet. The talent and speed isn't there. It's not there. I mean, we've been talking about it, but if you say that, someone will say those are excuses for Carr. I don't think they're excuses for Carr. I think it's just looking at your team as a whole instead of just the quarterback. That's how I look at it.
And Ruggs did better this year, but last year everyone was saying that Ruggs was whack, and Aguilar was still in all his snaps.
Yeah.
So
yep.
I mean,
and that's the thing. That's what Project is saying. Project is saying. I think Carr has power to elevate players. Now think about that. People will say, "Oh, well, I'd rather have Mac Jones, right? Mac Jones is winning over there. What's Nelson Aguilar doing over there? Is Mac Jones elevating Nelson Aguilar? Name one receiver that's doing good over there, right? And when we had Nelson Aguilar, dude, Carr got him paid. Carr got man paid. Carr got that man a bag. All right. So when people say Carr can't elevate people, Jared Cook's best season was with Carr. Nelson Aguilar's best season was with Carr. Michael Crabtree's best season was with Carr. Amari Cooper, if you go compare his 3 years with the Raiders to his first 3 years with the Cowboys, they're identical. They're identical.
Really?
The touchdowns are nearly the same. I think he probably had 2 less touchdowns, but the yards are nearly the same. And he even missed games. He even missed games with the Raiders. So the numbers are nearly identical. So when people say he doesn't elevate players, it's like, bro, you're expecting him to elevate guys that are being traded for like 6th round picks. You expect him to elevate those guys. Like people say Josh Allen is better than Carr, right? So why the fuck didn't Josh Allen elevate Zay Jones?
That is true. Well, they're going to argue that he's so trash. They got better people. Well, hey, we're starting Zay Jones as our number 2 receiver. You're going to say that.
See, so that's a new question I'm gonna start using. Now I just brought myself a new question. I'm gonna be like, if Josh Allen is better than Derek Carr, then why didn't he elevate Zay Jones? They'd be like, well, Zay Jones is trash. Oh, gotcha. Boy, George Strait says, do we have Paul Gunther as head coach right now? Hey, that's funny, bro. No, that's funny, bro. That's funny. Let's do. I want to do this real quick though. While you're on here, man. How do I get this? I want to look at a depth chart though. Let me go to the depth chart. And we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna do it real quick. We're gonna scheme over this Raiders football team really quick. Depth chart. Here it is. So Derek Carr, Marcus Mariota, they're not the future, right?
Carr still has 1 more year, and it's a cheap deal.
Carr has 1 more year, and it's a cheap deal. So say we keep Carr, and it's a cheap deal, right? Let's move on.
Maybe you trade him, maybe you cut him. I don't know, but you still have him on the books,
right? Do we keep this running back core? Josh Jacobs, Drake, and Barber. Well, we have to keep Drake.
And we have to keep Jacobs because he's on his cheap rookie deal. You'd be silly not to. I'm not saying you exercise his 5th-year option, but you at least keep him for the 4th year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be worth trading him actually because they're not getting that first back.
Unless someone is willing to give you like some real good capital for Jacobs, no, you might as well play him.
Oh, hold up. The chat's speaking. The chat is talking. Element Bro said he literally elevated every fucking body. True. True. I mean,
Oh, I think there
everybody's
was KC earlier. I need to just start using StreamYard again.
You gonna have me flowing all over the screen. He's gonna have a Gruden like this. For 5 minutes. I'm just looking at your face, but it's really Gruden just doing this.
Yeah, I got to change the time on that. Yeah, I gotta adjust that.
But yeah, let's see what we got though.
So Rashard's probably going to go because you'd have to re-sign him. I mean, that's true.
Sherm says Zay Jones wouldn't be starting wide receiver for any other team. True. I mean, true. All right, this is what they're saying. Keep Carr and draft the quarterback to learn under him. Keep Carr, draft the quarterback. Keep Carr, draft Kenny Pickett. A rookie quarterback gets a fifth-year option. Jacobs can go. Okay. Jacobs, on the other hand. I mean, keep Drake. Jacobs walks.
I mean,
keep both. Oh, y'all
how his contract works out in his 4th year.
All right, let's move on. So, say we keep Derek Carr. We got this running back core: Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake, Hunter Renfrow, Deshaun Jackson, Brian Edwards, Dylan Stoner, Zay Jones. What are we doing about the wide receiver core then?
Deshaun Jackson's gone.
He's going out of there.
Dylan Stoner, put him in the practice squad.
He's not going to do anything. I know his Raider fans say, well, Dylan Stoner, I kind of like him. No, bro, he's not. Bro, no.
Look, I'm a Stoner. I want the jersey too, but it's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get it out of here.
Zay Jones, I just think, this is his 3rd year this year in this system. In this system. To me, that's what pisses me off. And I'm rooting for this guy. I hear freaking Carr and Gruden say he's the hardest worker. But it's your 3rd year in this system, and if you're the hardest worker, like it's not going to work out in this system. You know what I mean?
Well, my thing is that it's funny because you put Ruggs in here, right? Say you push Ruggs in here, and then you put Nelson Aguilar. That's what we had. Think about it.
That was dope.
This is how it looked. It was Nelson Aguilar, Ruggs, Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards, Zay Jones. So the guys last year,
be the best receiver on our team.
So the guys last year, Brian Edwards and Zay Jones, they were really on this other side, bro. These two were on the other side. Now they're starting for us because we let one guy go and then the other guy is going to prison. So it's like, what do you? I don't know. It's just funny to me. We have no talent at wide receiver.
And Derek Carr said pay the man. He said pay the man last year.
So one more time.
You think Derek Carr's a little upset because he said pay that man Nelly last year and then they didn't do it?
It makes sense, bro. Imagine having Ruggs and Nelson Aguilar on the team.
I mean, we don't have the cap though. For how much Aguilar got paid, we weren't going to be able to afford that. Unless you don't sign Drake.
We have no superstars. We have one of the cheapest quarterbacks in the league. Where's our money?
We only have like $5 million in cap right now.
I know, but I'm saying, where's our money going?
To Drake?
Bro, I'm saying
no, you're right. We should have signed Nelly instead of Drake. That's why I'll agree with that.
Do we have any max deals?
I think Drake's a huge deal.
No, I'm saying, do we have any players on max deals? Like, do we have any Khalil Mack contracts, Patrick Mahomes contracts, Devontae Adams is going to have to get a big contract next year. Do we have any contracts like that on this team to where, we can't sign players because we have 4 elite superstar players on our team?
The only one is Colton Miller and Derek Carr.
That's not even expensive. Carr's contract is cheap. I know you know that. That's
I know, but it was a big deal at the time.
Carr's contract is the right word, abysmal. Like, is nothing. What is that to a quarterback? How much is Dak Prescott's contract? Dak Prescott is getting twice as much Carr gets now, more than twice as much.
Oh yeah, he got over 40. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to do that? Like, if we can't even sign Nelson Aguilar to our fucking team, how are we going to sign a superstar like Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and
We
then
don't
turn
have
around
the
and get
bonus
Adams,
money. We don't
and
have
then
the
turn around
bonus
and get
money.
Adams? You said what?
I know. Yeah, I think you're right. We don't have the bonus money to do all that stuff. Like Mark Davis doesn't have that money.
But my thing is, where is our money? Think about it, we used all these draft picks. We traded away all the good players for draft picks. We should have a ton of fucking money.
Yeah, I know. I mean, where is our money going? It's going to Rodney Hudson and Kenyon Drake. I mean, that's where the majority of our money is going that we could be using right now. I will say that. And some of it, 3.5 million may not seem like a lot, but in a COVID year when everybody was taking cheaper deals, kind of a big deal that's being wasted on John Brown right now too.
Says the defense is where the money got shifted to. Who are we paying on the defense?
Yannick Ngakoue, he's got 11 mil a year.
That's
I mean,
it.
that's
And
not big. That's not big. You're right.
Exactly. That's shit. How much did Trey Hendrickson just get paid by the Bengals?
Oh, hey, but he looked good yesterday. But
You know what I mean?
no, no, he got almost 20 million, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he got over. I think he got 15.
15, yeah.
I think he got 15. But he got 15. You know what I mean? The Bengals went and drafted Joe Burrow, and then the very next year they draft Jamar Chase in the top 10 picks.
Well, because the Bengals got lucky because they drafted a good QB and they tanked again because he got injured.
Yeah, because he got hurt.
So they had that little benefit too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But I do agree that, I mean, I've thought that too. I looked at our cap
hold
when the OBJ stuff
on.
was going on. I was like, why do we only have this much money?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
but you said
yeah.
they tanked, right? What the fuck were we doing when John Gruden's first year and we only won 2-4 games?
We tanked, and then we got freaking Jacobs and Farrell, bro, and Abram.
We got Cleveland Farrell, bro.
I know. Hey, I didn't have faith in the guy after years or 2 years. So
I mean, besides the point, bro, you see the Bengals, they go sign a big time free agent in Trey Hendrickson, and then they turn around and they drafted Joe Burrow, right? And then they drafted Jamar Chase. What are we doing? Why are we drafting guys like Cleveland Farrell? Then we got to go wipe up that mess and use money to spend it on Yannick Ngakoue. How much is Cleveland Farrell getting paid right now?
$9 million.
$9 million, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting paid,
and it's fully, like, if you cut him, it's dead money too.
Yes. So you're telling me that he's getting paid more than Max Crosby, almost as much as Yannick Ngakoue. Where is he when you rank the defense salary cap? Where does he rank? Second?
Nah, the defensive salary cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be second, but
Farrell.
Nassib has his money prorated till next year, so Nassib actually would be second, I think.
So that's even worse. So you're telling me we're paying between Cleveland Farrell and Carl Nassib, we're paying $18 million?
Well, here's the thing: Nassib's money is like, it's all dead money right now, and the cap's low. But next year, his cap goes to $12 million, and we can release him and save $8 million in cap.
Let's look at this cap real quick. Oh my god!
Try over the cap. I think I was on Sports Track.
Is Sports Track better?
They're both the same, a little bit.
I don't know if one updates faster than the other or is more accurate. All right, let's look at this cap. Let's jump into the cap. But before we do, let's look at the super chat by Wave. He says, bring in Byron Leftwich. I like that. That's not bad. He will bring Godwin, young head coach that wants to prove himself and comes with the wide receiver 1 and get Louis Riddick out here in Vegas. I like that a lot, bro. That's me personally. I like Louis Riddick. I like his personality. I like his swagger. I like his style. I think that's what we need.
You were saying earlier we can't have any more former Raiders.
No, that was a comment I read.
That was a comment? Okay.
Yeah, and me personally, I don't want any former Raiders from like the 70s or 80s, like Art Shell.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't want an old guy. Louis Riddick ain't that. He's older than us, but he's not like old. You know what I mean? He's not Terry Bradshaw. He's not old like that. You know what I mean?
What about Woodson? You think Woodson should stop selling wine and get involved?
No.
No, you don't think he can do it?
No, I don't think Woodson is a. I couldn't see Woodson as the GM, bro. I can see Louis Riddick as a GM. For me personally, I like Louis Riddick. I like the way he talks, carries himself. He's professional, but also has swagger.
Yeah.
He has his mindset kind of towards that younger, like more hip. And I think that's what we need. We need more swagger. Like we need something new in the building. John Gruden brought a different kind of tempo, right? He brought a different kind of attitude to the building. Without him there, does that attitude's not there. With bringing in a guy like Louis Riddick and Byron Leftwich, that's going to bring a swagger to the whole building, to the whole team. It's going to overthrow everything. Can you imagine bringing in a guy like what's his name, Tom Coughlin?
Oh yeah, well, we're not gonna go
like,
that far.
I know, but I'm saying it's like, see the difference. He's older. It would just be like, it would be like, eh. But then if you bring in a guy with some swagger, and to my point to that is, you look at the Niners. They had John Lynch. He's kind of younger. He's a former player, but he's younger. He has a little bit more swagger. He's, you know what I mean? He carries himself well. He's professional. He brings in a young guy like Kyle Shanahan that has also swagger, that's hip to these guys. He could breed talent. He's offensive minded. That's what I'm talking about, bro. We need this. We always go get some old guys that are like Hunchback and Senator Tom Cable, Art Shell, Tom Cable, Art Shell, John Gruden.
John Gruden's not old.
No. John Gruden's Hunchback, old, grumpy, disgruntled guy.
He's grumpy, but he's 58. He's still 58. Yeah. So people don't realize that he's younger than most coaches.
Yeah, true. But
yeah, no, I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying.
But he's not young like McVay, Shanahan.
Well, McVay just runs Gruden's shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's sprinkled in some
better.
on it.
He's doing it better.
He is doing well. He's got better weapons than him. That's for sure.
Why is that?
He's got a better GM.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. We need a young GM. We need a hip GM.
Yes, bro. That's all I'm saying. We need a hip head coach and GM. And I like what he's saying, because you gotta be cognitive. I feel like John Gruden, he couldn't bring players in. And if you go get a Byron Leftwich, he has a relationship with a lot of superstars at this point. A lot of superstars. He can.
But do you think Byron wants to come here? That's another thing.
Who's going to give? I mean, if how many teams are going to be looking for a head coach next year? How many think?
Jets, maybe not. Maybe they're stuck with Saleh another year. Broncos are looking for a head coach next year for sure.
Would you have wanted to get Saleh as a head coach if you were available?
No.
You wouldn't like him?
No, I think we need an offensive-minded head coach.
I'm not saying him leaving the Jets. I'm saying he's still on the Niners and he's available. Would he have been one person you wanted to get?
No, in my opinion, no. I mean, because you know what? He had a stacked defense. His defense is going to be good no matter what plays he called. You know what I'm saying? Like that defense against the Super Bowl defense that the Niners had, it wasn't all solid. They were freaking loaded.
What do you think about this comment? But the Rams are creative, signing every name player they want.
You know what? Their owner just must be
Kevin Lurker just gave me another good point. He's dropping some knowledge, bro. So the next time someone's like, "Oh, well, the Rams are creative," and the blah blah blah, it's like, "Well, we run the same offense." That's what happens when you put talent. That's what happens when you put talent at that wide receiver position.
And this is just, I mean, it's not a conspiracy. I mean, Chris Sims, this is what he says. He says they run the same offense. So it's common, NFL news knowledge that it's the same offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I like the comment. Put Deuce Gruden in at RB.
How far Freddie says, no one is above the shield, but you're adamant in keeping a quarterback who's not playing well. Make your mind up. Are you talking to somebody else in the chat? Are you talking to me, Wi-Fi?
Well, hey, I mean, I don't know. I haven't made up my mind, and I've been pretty fickle. I feel like I've been saying both sides because I don't know, but I still think Carr, you got to let him play it Thursday.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm going week to week with my opinions now. I can't think long term anymore because I don't know what's going to happen anymore.
Exactly.
I'm going week to week.
He said he's talking to you. He just said he's talking to you. I mean, I think my mind's been made up. Do you know where I stand with Carr? I mean, how do you not know where I stand with Carr?
So, okay, to summarize what you're saying, your whole thing is you don't think Carr's a problem, but you think he should go.
Yes.
Because you think we just need to rebuild?
It's like, for me, it's pulling the rug out from under people. Like, here, I'm just gonna boop. Here, you want to keep talking shit? Here, whoop. I'm just gonna pull that shit right out from under you. Now you're gonna be like, oh shit, what do we have? Oh shit. Oh, okay. Damn, I fucked up. That's how I see it.
But you're
Everybody
also
that's hating on Carr is gonna realize, oh shit, now we're gonna go back into the quarterback carousel. Now, another thing is, everybody that doesn't like Carr, are you gonna sit here and tell me we can draft well? That's what I want to know. I want to know the people that don't like Carr. Tell me right now. Can we draft well? I'll wait. And the first person to say that, you're fucking brain dead.
dude, we need to just let a computer. We need to let a computer draft this upcoming draft. Just a freaking mock draft simulator.
Like, bro, if you think we could draft well, we can't even draft the defensive end in the first round. Makes you think we're gonna pick the right quarterback.
Or even, why didn't we just take Oliver? Because we needed a D tackle too. We could have taken Ed Oliver and then got Max later. Imagine that D line,
bro. This is it's like rhetorical.
Okay, but
it says with the current staff, no, but with the new staff, possibly, bro. With the new, anything's impossible. What are we in fucking Wonderland now at this point, brother? Think about it. With the current staff, no, but with the new staff, possibly. Bro, that you're not saying anything at this point. You're just saying something new, possibly. Something new, possibly. Bro, we just got something new 4 years ago with Gruden. What are we talking about?
And even under Jack Del Rio and Reggie McKenzie, we didn't draft well, besides that 1 year.
Hey, bro, we can't draft, bro. We can't draft.
Okay, high five, Freddie, giving him some credit. What if we bring in a GM who can draft? I mean, that's what he's saying.
Okay, which GM?
I mean, I have no answer.
No, because if someone's going to sit here and say it, then you have to have an idea, right? If you're like, we got to go get new GM. We need
Louis Riddick. Do you trust Louis Riddick to draft a QB?
Do I trust Louis Riddick to draft a quarterback? Yes. With a young head coach like Kyle Shanahan? Yes, most definitely.
Okay, then maybe that's what high five Freddie.
Because my point is, do you think John Lynch is just picking the quarterback without Kyle Shanahan's word?
Oh, hell no.
Or do you think Kyle Shanahan's picking the quarterback?
And that's why they messed up in getting Trey Lance. They should have got Fields or Mac Jones. The Niners screwed up there.
I liked Fields. You know what I mean? I would have picked up Fields
instead of Lance. Well, Lance is. I talked to Niner fans. They don't like Lance. They're not happy with that.
Yeah, Lance is out there looking. Woof.
He looks like a kid.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
Yeah. 1 year in college. That's a risk. That's a risk that we're willing to take.
And he didn't even play against real college teams, right? He played like almost D2, right? Or that other weird conference. Yeah.
I would have taken Justin Fields, though. Me personally. Justin Fields.
Dude, they would be on fire right now if they had Fields.
The Niners? Oh, the Niners? Oh, yeah. The Niners would be freaking going ham right now if they had Fields, bro.
Or even Mac.
People said the Bears would be Super Bowl favorites if they drafted a quarterback.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they got a defense. They have Allen Robinson, Darnell Mooney. They're stat. They have a run game going. David Montgomery's going to come back and do well. And boom, Justin Fields is there. And now we're just kind of looking. But
here's the thing.
They don't know what to do with Lance. Shit, let's trade for him. Let him run around for us.
Mariota and Lance duo QBs. Then we pick up Taysom Hill on free agency. And Lynn
Fields looks worse because of Nagy. Fucking Nagy, man. Let's go over this cap, though, Wi-Fi. Teach me something, man. Let's look at this cap.
Well, let's look at Farrell. Can you sort or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, Farrell's the third one on there. So just check that out. So Farrell's the third one on there, and his cap number is 8.5. If you look on the very far right column, 8.5 in cap.
So he's getting paid third the highest right now?
Yep. And his dead money, if we let him go, we lose $9 million. The far right. That's pre-June though. Change that to post-June though. The cut, because if we would have traded him, we would have saved $3 million. So nobody must have wanted him. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all looking at this chat? This is why we have problems. This is an organizational thing, bro.
Dang, we could cut him and save $4 million.
Save 4 million?
Is that what that means right there? Yeah, I think so.
I thought that means you lose 4 million. When it's in
Oh
parentheses, it's negative.
yeah.
Yeah, when it's
'Cause
parentheses means negative.
Yeah. You're right.
That's all them business classes I took in college.
Damn, but look at that Waller contract. Whoa.
6 mil, 0 bonus. He's getting nothing.
That's why he's mad.
It's guaranteed 6 mil.
I mean, that's cool. Fully guaranteed every year, though.
You got to think if we keep Waller, he's going to get paid like 16, 17, 18 mil.
Oh, for sure. He should.
So that right there, let's see right here, dead money. Rodney Hudson, 12 million.
Damn.
John Brown, 3 million, bro.
Netway,
3 mil. Ruggs, 3 mil. Joyner?
Damn, we're still paying him?
We're paying Joyner still? Oh my gosh. Bro, we're still paying Carl Joseph, yeah.
Anthony, damn.
What's the point of what the fuck are we doing? What's the point of cutting Carl Joseph if we still owe him money? We should have just kept him.
Dude, and what was up with I see Tanner Muse on there. What was up with the Tanner Muse draft pick? I was pumped about that. And it's like, why are we always drafting people and converting their position? That's what I just don't understand.
We're still paying Arden Key money? Yeah, Tanner Muse. I don't know, bro. That whole draft class was just built.
Okay.
That whole draft class is just different, man. Because isn't that with Lynn Bowden?
Yeah, same one as
Bowden, Rose, and Arnett draft.
All right, so from Hudson to Peterman, that's 24 million in cap we could have right now.
24 mil right here.
But the bright side is if we keep this same squad we have next year, we have 24 million in cap opening up automatically because we're paying it off this year.
Yeah.
So that's a bright spot.
Yep.
You still can keep Jacobs. You can still keep freaking Farrell even. You can keep Crosby. And you got 24 million in cap. And you can keep Carr and still get 24 million extra in cap. So we have enough cap to go get some weapons in free agency and even draft a QB to study under Carr if that's what people really want.
That's true. Is there any way we could see how much cap space we'd have next year?
I don't know. I'm just assuming doing that dead money thing, adding it to our space this year, but yeah, I don't know how to see that.
We spent 84 million on the offense and 65 million on the defense.
But 12 of that is Hudson.
Yeah. So what is that, 72?
Greg Lyra, Carson Strong from Nevada. He's not that good. I saw him live. He has a Phillip Rivers and Ben Roethlisberger energy in the pocket. He's just a statue back there. I saw the game. I got to see the game live, and I was just like, I thought he was dope, and I was like, bro, this guy is not that dope as people say.
Element Pro says, thus is what happens when you always want to fire and start over. Everybody got to get cut and cost us money to be gone. Yeah. So, and then bro says, doesn't the cap go up next year as well? Yep, the cap goes up, and the cap goes up, and we get this free, like Wi-Fi was saying, we free up some dead cap. So that's about 25 if you round it up. You feel me?
Oh yeah, it's probably more than
just
24.
Round all these little numbers up because you got the 500,000 here plus the 100 to a quarter, and then all these little. So let's just round it to 25 mil. That's easily Devontae Adams.
And then draft a D tackle, or do you get a D tackle in free agency?
I would want to get a proven D tackle in free agency. I'd want to get a proven D tackle in free agency or trade picks for a defensive tackle. You could get quality defensive tackles, bro, for a third and like a fifth.
Yeah.
You can get quality defensive tackle for like a third and a fifth. You don't have to trade your first and second for a quality defensive tackle, bro. You don't.
We need to hit the Jets up for Quinnen Williams.
I don't think they're going to trade him, honestly.
What would you give up? What would you give up for him?
I would give up a first. Or no, I want to give up a first because he's gonna have to get signed here soon. How many more years till he gets signed?
I think he's on.
He came out
I
the
think
same year as
he only has
Farrell,
one
right?
more year. He only has one more year, so
He
they
came out the
can't really
same year as
bargain.
Farrell, so he's gonna have to get signed, and he's probably gonna get a lot of money this year. Don't they get the most money than the last year?
Yeah, but they have no dead money though, really. So you could cut him, but they're gonna probably work. I don't know. They're probably gonna try to re-sign him though,
Yeah, they're gonna want to keep him, bro. He's a
unless they get a new
staple.
staff. But
Um,
he's good.
I wish you could sort this, but no, it's not sorted. Because let's go down here. Deshaun Jackson's getting $2 million. Desmond Trufant is getting 1.
Bro,
Oh,
he
injured reserve.
looked like not sharp in the Chiefs game.
Nicholas Moore's getting 4.5. Denzel's good getting 4. Richie's getting 1.2. So we have a total of 31 million in dead cap this year.
Damn,
That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. That's too much.
Well, it just shows that we have money to spend for next year, though.
Yeah. I think after looking at this, just to kind of wrap things up, looking at the cap, talking about Carr, I think it would be smart next year to go in, keep Carr, get your quarterbacks, your young quarterback, let him sit behind Carr, and build the team with this cap space. It's that simple. Go get a defensive tackle. Make sure you get 2 wide receivers. You get a superstar wide receiver without a doubt. You have to get a superstar wide receiver. You can't name one football team that's without a doubt playoff or Super Bowl contender without a Super Bowl wide receiver. You just can't name one. The Titans went and got fucking Julio Jones, although they have AJ Brown and Henry. So
Yeah,
without a doubt, GM Scott McCloughan, is that how you say it? Scott McCloughan built 3 playoff teams. I'd have to look into that guy.
Was he Redskins before? I don't know.
If he's Redskins, bro, then I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
If he's Redskins, then yeah, he's Redskins. Yeah, he is. Oh no, we can't get this guy. He looks like
we gotta stay away. We gotta stay away from that.
Yeah, this dude looks like Gruden. There's no way. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
So here's the other side too, where it's like instead of keeping Carr and drafting your QB, you could get rid of Carr, get some picks, clear some cap, and then
no, he was the general manager for Redskins.
Okay, yeah,
2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Hell no. There's yeah.
But what if we trade Carr, get some picks, clear some cap, if you're drafting QB, and then have Mariota be the bridge QB, maybe re-sign him to $12 million a year for 2 years. That's another area where people are going. But I think the way that you said it, I think a lot of people would ultimately be content with that, especially if Carr wins a few games. Mm-hmm. If Carr wins he doesn't have to make the playoffs. But if he wins some big games this year against the Chargers, he beats the Broncos, maybe the Chiefs or the Browns. If he wins 2 of those games I just listed, I think Raider Nation comes back to him,
Yeah. Well, I think next year definitely. I think we keep Carr. I like Carr. I like Carr. Everybody knows that. I think he's a quality quarterback. If we keep him one more year and we do well, say we have, because brother right here, White Tyson, said we have $50 million before the rugs in our net cut, and then also Safwan says we not getting blah, 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 blah. I seen him. So yeah, we have about 50 mil. Says should be around 60 mil after we get Ruggs and Arnett off the books. And a few people confirmed. Jack Kenneth said, check out over cap raids. Raiders have 50 million. So I think what we should do is hold on to Carr. Definitely hold on to Carr. He's cheap. You know what I mean? He's pretty cheap on as far as a quarterback. And then you're petting your piano. And then and build. Go get a Devontae Adams. If you can't get Adams, go get some type of wide receiver that's going to be a superstar. Like, he's proven talent. You get him. Yeah. You go in the draft. You draft another wide receiver. then you go pay for an offensive lineman, pay for a defensive tackle, or trade for one with draft picks, and then boom, see what you can do with that.
And for me, you don't have to get Devontae. Get Allen Robinson. He's gonna be looking for the bag.
I do not want A-Rod, bro.
I know,
I
but
feel like we're
he's better
if
than
we
anything
do
we
that-
have.
If we do that, we're settling, bro.
Okay, but what if Devontae says no? Would you settle with I would rather take A-Rob than no A-Rob.
I'm not taking Allen Robinson. I'm not putting him on this team, bro. I just can't, man. I just can't.
What about OBJ? I'm not even gonna go there.
At this, I would take OBJ, bro. I would, but
He's too.
But for cheap.
He ain't doing cheap. It's gonna be his last
Exactly.
deal.
So I would
It's his
take
la-
OBJ for cheap, but I ain't finna deal with his drama. If that's what he is, if he's drama, I'm not gonna. Carr
He's
is
looking for
Kirk
his last
Cousins,
big deal.
bro. Carr's
Nah.
if there's no way you're comparing Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and Stephon Diggs to having Zay Jones and Edwards and
Dalvin Cook.
yeah,
And then
Dalvin
not only
Cook.
Irv Smith is good. Their tight end. He's hella good. He beat out Kyle Rudolph, basically. I mean, you have to be good to do that.
So everybody's saying we have 50 million in cap. If we go get A-Rod, how much is A-Rod gonna cost to sign? If we have 50 million, 60 million,
He ain't gonna come here.
exactly. But I'm just saying, I just want people to realize if we signed A-Rod, how much would we have to pay him?
Probably like 30 million more than that means all that dead money that we clear up goes to him.
Yes. So basically, all of our cap would go to A-Rod if we sign A-Rod. If we have 50 million to spend, we're gonna end up spending it on A-Rod. He's gonna want 40 million or more.
Yo,
Like,
and the
we're-
reps aren't gonna be helping him like they do in Green Bay.
No,
He's gonna get some
and
real
he won't
Raider
have
treatment.
Devontae Adams.
He won't have, but he's gonna get some real Raider treatment. He's not gonna get no rough in the passer calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he can handle being a Raider. Because Rodgers has had a cushy career, in my opinion.
This is when you release Carr, you save 30 million.
No, you don't.
30?
You
No, you
save
don't.
like 19. No,
You save 19 million. You save 19 million. So you're telling me you're going to use 19 million to go sign players after you just use 40 to 50 million to sign A-Rod? That's the dumbest fucking thing you could ever do.
Counter argument. A-Rod makes more players want to come here for cheap because they want to win a bowl with A-Rod. That's what other people would say. So you're gonna get Robinson, you're gonna get Chris Godwin to take a cheaper deal to come here because of A-Rod.
Oh my God. Why would he do that? Why do you guys say this stuff, bro?
What are they
Maybe
saying?
he pulls a Brady 2 years for 50, 25
No,
million.
he is not doing
Bro,
he is not doing that.
Why would he do
is
that
never
for the
doing
fucking
that.
Raiders? Why would he do that for the Raiders? He literally has the best receiver in the league. He think he's going to come here and do that?
He would do that if him and Devontae were going to a team together. I could see that. You know what I mean?
Bro,
But even
what?
then, he's not doing that. He might even just retire. He's thought about retiring this year.
He's all stop the cap. That's insane, bro. Just people's figment of just the imagination is just runs wild, I swear. J-Dog 209 said nobody wants to come here.
That's why we always have to make do with the talent we have. So, I mean, I guess that's a counter to some points. Is like, why don't we stack talent? Yes, we should stack it in the draft because they're forced to come here. But it seems like we can't stack talent in free agency because you can only appeal to perfect and incognito in free agency. You know what I mean? Those are the only people who want to roll through.
I think that's why we need to go get we need to get personnel that have relationships with good players that are in the league, like that have good reps. You know, when you bring in, because this is my example, right? I'm gonna get off here in a little bit, bro. I've been on here for a minute, but you think about Gus Bradley. He was able to bring in so many players to help this defense. He recruited Yannick. We would not get Yannick if it wasn't for Gus Bradley. We wouldn't get Yannick. Trading for Perriman wouldn't be even a suggestion at that point. He wouldn't be playing the same way or probably wouldn't want to play with us. So you got Yannick out of it. You got Perriman. You got Casey Hayward, who is playing at top 5 corner level right now, in some people's opinions.
He is. Yeah.
We try. In my opinion, we get Trayvon Merrick because Gus Bradley. We don't make that trade or make that pick unless we have Gus Bradley, in my opinion. So boom, those 4 right there. Not only that, a Nate Hobbs pick We end up picking up Nate Hobbs,
The best pick in the draft,
right?
like for us. Yeah.
We get Quentin Jefferson. We get Darius Philon. You see what I'm saying? We get so many players. We got so many players from bringing in one coach on the defensive side of the ball. Now, if we could bring in a coach with relationships with players, then that would be perfect. That would be perfect. Why would you know what I mean? Then he could recruit guys. He could go get if for example, Byron Leftwich, he would be able to recruit Chris Godwin, right?
Yeah.
He'd be able to recruit him. He'd be like, all right, let's go. Let's go do this over here. You know what I mean? You can go play with whoever the quarterback is over here. I'm gonna put you, he's gonna listen to Byron Leftwich. He also could bring in other guys. So I don't know.
I would be interested in giving someone their first shot.
Frank White, bro. We should have tanked and drafted Kyler Murray. Do you realize even though they got Kyler Murray, they still had a losing season? Like, I don't understand, bro. They got DeAndre Hopkins. I literally seen Kyler Murray sling it up in the corner of the end zone and DeAndre Hopkins catch it over 3 fucking people. I've never seen any receiver do that for Carr. Never in my fucking life.
Kyler would be throwing to Zay Jones and Trevor Davis in 2019, so it wouldn't have really mattered.
Exactly, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to figure out where these people get their ideas from. It'd be killing me, man. Carr, I don't think Carr is the answer. Carr isn't the answer. He's not going to do it for us. You know what I mean? No quarterback's going to do it for us. Will other quarterbacks do better? Yeah, they would do better. But they wouldn't win us a Super Bowl. They wouldn't get us through, you know what I mean, the first round of the playoffs. No, they wouldn't. No. So, I mean, at this point, man, it's pretty fun. At the beginning when we were winning, it was funny. When we were winning, I was telling my girl, I'm like, there's really nothing to talk about. Everybody's happy. We're just agreeing with everything. We're like, yep, Carr's MVP for sure. Yeah, he's playing fucking elite, bro. Like, Gruden's doing it, man. We're on the road to the riches. The defense looks good. Yannick and Crosby, the best duo. And then the moment we start losing, boom. It's shit.
Tear it all down.
It's a frenzy, bro. It's a frenzy. I'm like, yeah, there's only stuff to talk about when we're losing, it seems like. Because when we're winning, everybody's agreeing and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. It's pretty fun, man. I'm glad having you on here, though, bro. It was fun. I'm glad having you on, though.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for hitting me up, dude. Good talking to you, and hopefully, hey, we got another game Thursday, so we're gonna have more stuff to talk about away.
We need to start Mariota that game, bro.
No, yes. Give Derek one more shot.
No, look, even Brandon Scott, Mariota for Thanksgiving.
At least give him some snaps. Do some gadget plays. I will say that. At least do some gadget plays.
Nah, we got to see Mariota go play a solid football team. No, it's time for if we want Mariota to play, put his ass in there Thursday.
But okay, if he sucks, then we're gonna try to put Carr back in, and then it's gonna be awkward. And then the season's done.
Just keep Mariota in. This is what the people deserve. They deserve you.
I'm not doing this. I'm giving Carr one more game.
No,
we can beat the Cowboys.
You ask, you shall receive.
Maybe against Washington football team if Carr tanks it against the Cowboys. I'll say that. I'll say that.
So I want you to answer this one, Wi-Fi. How do you not even try MMA? Explain what we were saying earlier, though.
Because I didn't forget the first half of the season. I didn't forget the first half of the season when Carr was balling out against the Steelers and the Ravens, Dolphins, and then everybody was all over his nuts.
Yeah.
Like I don't forget that because the Cowboys, they don't have their top 2 receivers. Derek Carr, yes, he's done poorly the past 3 games. He doesn't really have any top receivers either, but we've seen him win some games in 2018, like I said, against the Steelers, who had AB. They were loaded, and Carr still beat them with shitty weapons. And so I'm not saying he can't do it the rest of the season. He's proven that he could do it. Now, will he do it? Probably not.
Yeah.
But will Mariota do it last minute? Also probably not. And Derek Carr, I don't think you really want to burn that bridge because like we were just saying, if we really wanted to do a slight rebuild, you would still keep Carr one more year as a bridge QB. So we don't want to burn that bridge.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, bro. I completely agree with you. If you want to keep Carr as your quarterback, right? I'm speaking for the people that don't like Carr. And I'm saying, look, this is the moment because we talked about it. The moment we take Carr from the starting spot and we bench him, and bro, the whole team implodes, bro.
No, it's done.
It's done. It is over. The moment we bench Carr, and if it doesn't work out, it's a fucking rebuild, bro.
He's gonna have to be inactive, dude. He's not gonna have. He can't dress out and be there on the sideline.
No,
he'd be way too big of a distraction.
No, bro. There's no exactly, bro. Exactly. You know what I mean? You can't put in, like we said earlier, you can't have Mariota go in there and play like shit. And imagine him getting hurt. And then it's like, oh my God.
And then you throw Carr back in.
You throw Carr right back. It's gonna be, bro. It's gonna be so funny, bro. Watch it. It's gonna be so many funny, bro. I swear. But appreciate you coming on, man. It was a blast, man. You know, I having you on. Really, I'm glad you're on because you really do shed light on other parts. You do play devil's advocate, which I like, and that only helps bring out more information. Like I never thought about that. You know, I never thought about if we brought in Mariota and he plays bad. You can't go back. You can't backstep from that. You can't be like, oh, shit, Carr, go back out there. Like
you can't put it in reverse. It's in drive. Once you
bro.
do it in drive, you can't go back.
Yeah, bro. So once we put Mariota in, it's done. You cannot backpedal after that. So
well, I'm gonna go take some cough medicine though. So thanks for hitting me up because I've been coughing. I don't know. I think I got like a mini cold and stuff like that. But,
man, he got the curve.
I don't got no COVID though, man. I've been tested.
He got the curve. People thinking drafting a quarterback is instant playoff win. Yeah, man. It's not an instant playoff win. We still need a lot more. Man. Even if we draft a quarterback, send him behind Carr. Might as well. Let him learn behind Carr if that's what the problem is. Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, bro. Everybody appreciates you coming on as well. I see people out there. Hey, I'll let you know next time. Come on, man.
Yeah, for sure. Hit me up.
Yeah. Most definitely, brother. All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody pulling up in the chat. We was pretty deep. If y'all can't hit that like button on the way out, y'all. Until next time, ready to take.
Oh, yeah.